With archangels looking down on me from watchtowers, I cooked up the processed blood of a poppy flower. An ungodly hour in the garden, dreaming dreams, penalized for a sin of pride against the King of Kings. Sequencing drums some strange evening in the presence of an Elohim, with one bat and one eagle's wing. Spring was in the air, all the leaves were green. I was sky high seeing things, banging on the beat machine. Profane, cocaine, dope in the veins, silver spoons, propane flames, emotional games, vain games, airplanes, trains, automobiles, blood-stained currency and countless bottles of pills. Hit the alleyway, grill everything in sight, hit the bar, be polite, ask her what she sees when she dreams at night. Me, I see beams of light and symbols in the sky, petty pusher peddling product for M-O-N-E-Y. That's the big question. The rhythm section's like a second home for prodigal poets that use their heart as natural metronomes and set the tone with one tongue flick. My succubus is lovesick, trying to drag me down, I'm trying to uplift. The days pass away, slipping in the past. Say rappers want them back, things are different. That same cat slipping, cooking dope in Hell's Kitchen, stacked enough cash to cross state lines and choose a different path. It's like that, no, it's like this, it's like this time around, I'ma get it right. Quit rapping, get a job, get a life, quit the job, keep rapping, shoot, smack, and hit the pipe. It's like that, no, it's like this, it's like I'm trying to see the world in a different light. Cool, calm, it's all copacetic. If the stars start falling from heaven, I won't sweat it, The lie, braggadocio disguise. See, I wear a mask like you, don't be so surprised. All I know is the whole wide world's polarized, and we go from lows to highs on the roller coaster ride. When I back slide, I do it in style and live by a cliche like the future is now. Life in excess, death in moderation, non-complacent, engaged in a conversation with laymen while time is wasting away. You got too much to prove, me too. When they sleep on the kid, I get salty as seafood. But these industry dudes are see-through. I refuse to buy into the fantasy too. Sipping cheap booze, my head spinning like a dervish dancer. Dreaming dreams, some strange evening in the presence of an Elohim. Bad joke, flat broke, high class, living in a shack with large rats and feed on small dogs for light snacks. Fuck, it's like that. No, it's like this, it's like this time around, I'ma get it right. Quit rapping, get a job, get a life, quit the job, keep rapping, shoot, smack, and hit the pipe. It's like that, no, it's like this, it's like I'm trying to see the world in a different light. Cool, calm, it's all copacetic. If the stars start falling from heaven, I won't sweat it,
This can turn any metal into gold.
Well, yes.
I have already found this.
I see a line of cars and they're all painted black, with flowers and my love hope never to come back.
I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. Like a newborn baby, it just happens every day.
I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door, I must have it painted black.
Maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the fact. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black.
No more will my green seagull turn a deep super blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning comes. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls go by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. I wanna see a faded, faded black, black as night, black as coal. I wanna see the sun blotted out from the sky. I wanna see a faded, 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 faded black. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to a Gorilla Bass. Dude, I didn't think Rumble was going to make it. I'm over here doing shit in the background. I'm like, oh shit, start new stream, create new stream, copy, paste. Then all of a sudden it started working. I was like, don't touch anything. Working now. Working now. What is going on, Ivan? He says, "Yar bitches, yar bitches." Look at that. Look at Trump copping a feel, grabbing liberty by the pussy. Hell yeah, yeah. He looks young in that picture. Looks like he's only 97 in that picture. Thanks for the intro, bro. Praying for Tweak. Thanks, Just a Salty Girl. Yeah, we should probably talk about Tweak. Let's start with that. Cool, man. So, like I said on 451 stream, Tweak, he decided that he wasn't going to pay taxes for the roads, and the roads took that personal. Tweak wrecked his motorcycle and fucking wrecked himself, dude. Apparently, he was trying to rip around a semi-truck. The back end, I don't know if it slid out or if it slid. I don't know if he low-sided or high-sided. If you don't know motorcycle terminology, whatever, look it up. I don't know if he did a low-side or high-side. I found out from Terry, if you low-side on because you're holding the Harley, you hit the ribs. If you high-side, you hit them fucking ribs too. He ended up breaking a collarbone, breaking 3 ribs. He had to get a fucking chest tube because his lung collapsed. Then he's all fucking shredded up. His chin's all fucked up and shit. He's in good spirits though. He was 451 was saying he was fucking in and out of it. Oh God, wrecked my motorcycle. And they're like, man, he's gonna need surgery. And he fucking snaps into it. He goes, I ain't taking none of that fucking vaccinated blood. Don't put that shit in me. You know what that shit means? Fucking red pill in the doctors. You understand what turbo cancer comes from? Like, just fucking lay it into him. Hell yeah, Tweak. Fucking awesome. So we prayed for him. Space Pirate Ivan says he's doing good. Yeah, 4 ribs cracked and his spine is fucked up. No surgery. Surgery got canceled. Yeah, he said fuck surgery. Damn, his spine's fucked up too, huh? Yeah, they had him in a C-collar. Yeah, there you go. Pay your taxes or the road fights you. They're like, oh, you don't want to work on the roads? Okay, motherfucker. Bam! That's what you get. Oh, he seemed in pretty good spirits though. I mean, shit. He's fucked up though. I couldn't see his whole body. Apparently, his whole body's all fucked. He road rashed the shit out of himself. But his chin is missing some skin, dude. I'll tell you that right now. Poor fucking Tweak. So, I was talking to Terry about it. I was like, fucking, that's the motorcycle life. It's like, yo, you know your day is coming, but you don't care because you love it. It's like fucking dating a crazy bitch. You're like, I know this isn't going to end well, but I fucking love her. So that's what it's like when you're into motorcycles. I get it. I fucking get it, dude. I get it. Bones in spine only. No disc or cord damage. Yeah, I knew he didn't have any cord damage and shit. He's all sitting there. We're fucking. He pulls it. We pull him up on the stream. And he's like, I'm not wearing this shoulder brace. And they're like, why? Because you're a fucking rebel. That's the only rebellion he has left. So he's like, I'm not wearing your shoulder brace. And they're like, dude, just wear the shoulder. I'm not wearing it. It's stupid. Your shoulder brace is stupid. It's like, you are a rebel to the core, Tweak. A rebel to the core. There he goes. Just Assault the Girl says, our money doesn't go to Rhodes anyway. It goes to Ukraine. Yeah, I know. Dude, if our money went to Rhodes, and if our money went to the places that like it's supposed to go, this country would be so awesome. We'd have huge buildings with neon lights in them and fucking drones delivering shit and subway systems that worked and fucking tube technology. We'd have tube technology like they have in Mario Brothers. You just sit in a tube, bloop, 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 and you fucking end up bloop, 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 going out to where you need to go. But no, we got to give all our money to other fucking countries and we don't get any of it. So tube technology. All right, let's get into some shit. I don't know if you're aware, but Trump is officially a nigga.
Literally in the hood. Like, this is the hood. You know Cypress, you know Wright, you know Egley. You're in the hood here. So, it's currently 1:38 in the morning, but we're driving and we saw some. Damn.
That is so dope. That is such a fucking good graffiti. I don't know if you guys are into graffiti. I fucking love graffiti. I got my whole family into graffiti. I sat there and I'm like, no, kids, you got to look at it. You have to look at it. It's because it's the art form that forces you to look. It's like the Mona Lisa. You're going to see the Mona Lisa for generations. You're going to see that dope ass piece of graffiti one time and then someone's going to paint over it. Either someone else is going to bomb over it or someone else is going to fucking paint it or something. So graffiti forces you to stop and appreciate it. And I showed them like the wild style and I was like, oh, look, this, like this is, you got the point is you got to figure out what the word says and it's a bit of a riddle. It's kind of hard to do. Crack-a-lactica rating the channel. What's up, Crack? So I'm a huge fan of graffiti. I love graffiti. Kind of grimy like that. And this is a fucking rad piece right here, dude. Now, I don't think it's going to stay up long. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think this piece of graffiti is going to last the night. That's why I had to put it up in the middle of the night because as much as Trump won the black vote, there's a lot of venom. There's a lot of venom. But look how dope that is, dude. Duh, that's a fucking rad piece. Got We the People. So dope. So dope. That's tight to say. They got graffiti walls out there. When the skate park I used to go to growing up, or one of the skate parks I used to go to, they had a graffiti wall. I like it. I'm a fan. The internet is a series of tubes. I guess it's a series of tubes. That's weird, but okay. Thanks, Joe Brown. Joe Brown. They about to kill Putin. I'm telling you. Ah, the bet is still on. I bet they kill his ass, dude. I bet they kill him. Oh shit, the bet is still on. Until the war is officially over. The bet is still on. I bet they kill his ass. Assassination. Trump on that gangster shit. People say I got a foul mouth. Look at my man Trump up here.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Do you understand? Bullshit. Bullshit. That's a lot of bullshit. 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 The dumbest son of a bitches in the world, all right? This son of a bitch. Sleeping son of a bitch, I'll tell you. We'll get that son of a bitch out. Get that son of a bitch off the field. Son of a bitch.
Hey, by the way, folks, if I ever use the F-bomb, I think I'd get the electric chair. Do you agree?
Listen, you motherfuckers. We're gonna catch you. Can you imagine if I used the F-bomb? It would be the electric chair, right? You're not gonna raise that fucking price. And you can tell them to go themselves. That's when I realized he was a fucking idiot. Over the next 300 fucking years, I'm gonna bomb the shit out of him. I would bomb the out of him. Somebody ought to sue his ass off. All right. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss Barack Obama's ass. You bet your ass up. They don't give a shit. 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 Everything woke turns to shit.
That's what I need in my life. I can relate to him. So he sounds like me. He talks like me. He's a regular ass person. He's a normal individual. This is how we talk. This is normal English for the modern Western human. You know what's not normal? This shit's not normal. This right here is nothing normal about this conversation.
Parents of trans species kids, what are we doing about
trans species kids? Parents of trans species kids. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's hear this. This is going to be rich. Parents of trans species kids.
Donald Trump getting rid of the trans species child tax credit?
Excuse me. Getting rid of the what?
Because for the past 4 years since Biden got
the trans species child tax credit? What? Oh, yeah, we had to get rid of that administration. That shit wasn't making any sense. My son identifies as a goldfish. So I need money from the government to transition him. You know how hard it is for him to breathe underwater? He's really struggling with his goldfish, inner goldfish trying to come out. Holy shit. Jada says, I think Zelensky dies before Putin. Shorty's days are numbered. Yeah, he's dead. He knows he's dead. Too many. He knows too much of the scheme. I think they're going to kill Putin, dude. I'm back. My bet is back on the table, boys. Back on the table. Ivan coming in with a really good point. If you have a trans species son or daughter, spay and neuter your trans species kid. That's what they're doing. They already are doing that. Whether they're trans species or not, they already spaying and neutering. That's why we got to get rid of these psychopaths.
in office, I've been receiving $12,000 a year because...
Repeat that slowly. You've been receiving what?
My son identifies as a cat, and that's counted as a disability.
I don't think I can even reply to what you just said and not get a community violation.
So they sent me $1,000 a month to help with raising him and his transition and all that.
Excuse my ignorance. His transition to a cat?
This motherfucker's crazy. Joe Brown, you son of a bitch. The bet was very clear. I laid it out clearly. I said he will be assassinated before the war is over. The war is still going. They're still killing people. The war's still going. We are not creating a new bet, Joe Brown. We are simply fortifying the old one. Oh, these motherfuckers say the craziest shit. You want to hear what good old World Economic Forum's up to? Get ready for this one.
That person commit the crime, even though that person's utterly innocent, that it becomes a planted memory. And so there's some really interesting research that we can plant false memories in the brain. And in a different context, one of the emerging areas that's really interesting in law neuroscience is pain detection. And once we understand the circuitries that cause pain, I guess the question is, could we then instill pain and use that in many coercive measures in the legal system as well? So,
wow, that's amazing.
Oh, you mean torture? Can we torture motherfuckers? What are you saying? What are you saying? It's like, you say we're the crazy ones. You're like, we can implant memories. We figured out how to implant memories that weren't even there. We also figured out they got these things called pain receptors. We're just going to activate those for punishment. Oh, you torture. You're torturing motherfuckers, right? Like the intro to Method Man song. Torturing motherfuckers. Johnny Coathanger, Biden administration gave another $8 billion to Ukraine to be laundered to another $250 million to the Houthis to be laundered to continue the laundering process. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Americans, you get nothing. You get what we call fuckle. You get a whole handful of fuckle. And we're going to give it to everybody else. To a war that is, it is crazy that you think the Ukrainian army can beat the Russian bear. Not a fucking chance. We saw that day one. Like, this ain't going to end well. Your whole Ghost of Kiev shit, yeah. We knew that was propaganda immediately. And we knew that wasn't going to last. We knew that you motherfuckers were about to get rolled over, and that's exactly what's going on. But let's keep throwing money on it. Better idea. Why don't we just take that money and instead of giving it to Ukraine, why don't we take it and put it in a big fucking bonfire so at least the war ends sooner? Okay, same product for us. Like we're fucking just throwing money away anyway, but at least the war will end sooner. Let's do that. I like that idea. Blanket says, how long have you been doing graffiti, friend? I'm not very good at graffiti. I'm more of a fan than a actual artist. I have been working on my tag, but it's not very good. I had some friends that were really, really good and bombed the shit out of everything. Very annoying if you aren't into the subculture. I'm a bit of a criminal. Don't know what to tell you. And they would put their little fucking one-liners up all over the place. I never really got into it that much. I just enjoyed it, but I didn't do it. Not really good at like drawing and shit. I wish I was. I wish I could draw. Wizard with a $20 donation. Little bit of money for my favorite monkey. Thank you, Wizard. Appreciate that, friend. Appreciate that. Yeah, so these motherfuckers at the WF just casually talking about torturing motherfuckers. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. And the entire audience is like, oh, very thought-provoking. Very thought-provoking. Yeah, I've never thought about that. We just put him in jail. Why don't we torture him? It's like, that would be a deterrent. Yeah, that would be a deterrent. You're right. Just a salty girl. Give 451 a shout out for music before the Iron Heel, please. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, Just a salty girl. Appreciate that. If you're doing a little worship session with us on Sundays, No Prisoners Podcast, aka 451 Actual, is doing a little pre-stream worship. I think Crack Galactica does the same thing, little Sunday morning mass as well. Feel free to hop over there, get your pre-worship on. WEF, and the globalist goons. The problem is, for these guys, is they don't have a lot of teeth. They wish they did. They need to try to recruit an American army or some sort of Western army, but they really can't get any Western armies on board. Jada says, and waterboarding is bad? Yeah, I would hate to be waterboarded. I don't like that shit. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of you holding my head underwater or putting water down my throat while I'm trying to breathe or anything along those lines. That's a quick fucking, oh man, I broke my shorts. That's a quick, I'll tell you exactly. I got a funny story about that. So I was going to SEER school, and there was this dude I was going through with who was like a D1 wrestler. So it means he was like possibly going to the Olympics to represent the United States of America for wrestling. Like he's a fucking high-end wrestler. Looks like a wrestler. No neck. Head goes straight to the shoulders. And they're putting his head underwater, and he fucking comes out, and he goes, hey, man, I know this is training, and you and me are just training, and we're playing a part, and we're doing our thing, but if you put my head underwater again, I'm going to fuck you up. And the guy's like, okay. Message received. I get it. That's how I feel. I'm like, don't. I know this is training. Don't put my fucking head under that water again, or it's going to turn real. It's going to turn real fucking quick. Real quick. Yeah, so fuck waterboarding. I'm not for that. You know, some people say, it's like, isn't that torture? Get the fuck out of here, dude. I am a fan of capital punishment. That's my big thing. Like, look, dude, if you arrest somebody, like I just saw, I posted a clip on X where this dude goes to, they're like, they sentenced like 4 or 5 of these criminals to prison for 350 years apiece. 350 consecutive years for each individual person. And I'm like, bro, just give them the death penalty. It's cheaper, right? They don't got to pay tax. Don't got to pay into all those taxes. And dude, just say, okay, death penalty, make it quick. Tomorrow you're getting executed. Bam, go right to the wall. Plow, done. It's a fucking price of a 9 mil. Super easy. That's what I'm a fan of. Fuck torture though. That was what I'm looking at here. Oh yeah. So what I was gonna say was, the thing is, these WEF goons, they have to rely on foreign militaries. Foreign militaries, well, they ain't quite built the same as the rest of us. For all you veterans out there, I want you to watch these guys march and tell me what you think. What is happening right now? What is happening? What is going on there, dude? They could not get that shit together. Embarrassing. That's a little embarrassing. Mega Matt donated 100,000 million. 1,111 gold pills. Rumble is asshole, he says. They still won't let me make rants. And fuck Ukraine. Is Rumble fucking with you, buddy? Sorry to hear that. WEF, Johnny Cohanger says, WEF has plenty of teeth. They have the teachers, professors, and the piece of shit commie parents around, or children, and worse, our government. It's not waterboarding if you use diesel. Could you set it on fire too? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, but their soldiers suck. Their soldiers suck. Yeah, sure, they got all types of different kinds of teeth. But best case scenario, they're going to send in the Honduras Special Forces. And you say, the Honduras Special Forces, they're probably pretty badass. Oh, well, let's take a look at them. Glad you said something. Here we go. Coming in. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's just one guy. He maybe caught a bad jump. Wait, oh shit, where's this guy going? Oh shit, look out below! Bam! Right into a fucking shitter. Oh, hold on. What about these two heroes? Surely they're gonna do good, huh? Oh shit, where's he landing? What's he about to do? Come on, Honduras Special Forces, do your country. Oh my God, no! Okay. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. Come on, this guy's surely gonna land like a fucking G. Surely he's gonna do a good job. Oh shit! Why you keep heading for that thing? Oh damn! Yeah, come on, Honduras. Those are Honduras Green Berets right there. It was like they said, "Hey, who wants to jump out of an airplane?" I want to jump out of an airplane. Hell yeah. Who wants to go fast? I want to go fast. And it's like they had no fucking clue what they were doing. It's like they opened the parachute and said, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm not thoroughly trained on the parachute. Yeah, that shit's crazy. All 4 of them ate shit. So as long as the West can maintain its integrity, we don't have a lot to worry about. We don't have a lot to worry about from these other countries. I'm telling you right now, I've worked with them. A lot of these guys in the chat have worked with them. They are not scary. They are not scary at all. You know who is scary? Who's fucking terrifying? This little frog. This little Pepe frog. Fucking terrifying.
Officially added Pepe the Frog to its database of hate symbols.
Matisse gone cold.
Oh, Pepe is officially a Nazi, according to the ADL. So I had to put him on the cover of my thumbnail today. So I had to put him on the thumbnail. The ADL has officially added Pepe the Frog to the list of hate symbols, along with the swastika. I thought they already did, but apparently they were just talking about it. Now it's official. Now Pepe is officially hate speech, which means if you live in England or probably fucking Canada, if you post a Pepe meme, motherfucker, you go into jail. You are going, this frog is about to send you to prison. This frog here is about to take away your freedom. So watch out. Act accordingly. Act accordingly. Yeah, fuck the ADL and the SPLC. Fuck those guys. Fuck those guys. You guys are UFC fans. I'm a UFC fan. I used to be a football fan, but football's gay. I got a clip here somewhere. I don't know if I should pull it up because it's kind of funny, but it's like these girls watching football, and it's like it was hard for him to rock with him coming in their face like that. Oh, he just needed another 5 inches. That hole was wide open. It's like football. It's like all these gay quotes from football. It's fucking hilarious. Fuck it, I'm gonna find that one. We'll start there. That is a good way to start. Football. Gay football. Let's pull that one up. Let's do that. You ready? You ready for some gay football? The shit that they say.
To come, and then he pulls out. You have to like when there's a guy coming right in your face and he just sits in there and delivers it.
Got guys coming down his face.
Feeling is the Cowboys probably coming right down their throats.
Tyrell Williams. He beats.
Needed 2 thrusts to get it in. Vines has been coming all night long, but then he pulls out, and it's just hard. It's been a while since he's seen a hole that big. He almost didn't know what to do. Got 5 inches on him, but somebody's going to get that gobbler at the end of this game, too.
Receiver coach has been blown away by Crabtree's hands and his ability to suck in these balls.
They'll have to be really good to beat us.
I think their D's been fine. I think their D has really probably performed above expectations coming in.
Is a thick wide receiver who is powerful from the waist down.
Everybody loves Dick around the list.
To come, and then he pulls out. You have to like.
It's so good. It's so good. You know what's really gay about the NFL? So everybody's doing the Trump dance, right? The Trump dance is a big deal. All these fucking dudes get touchdowns doing their Trump dances. And there's a rumor, it's not official, there's a rumor that the NFL might ban the Trump dance. So in my family, we watch UFC. We watch UFC now. Johnny Coathanger says, reality, WF and other piece of shit trillionaires will simply buy a military to kill Americans. This is true. Police are being trained now to react nonstop suicide bombers. Shit is going to happen soon. It's too quiet outside the wire. I'm running out of money. Dude, it is quiet. It is noticeably quiet. I'm just sitting there going, oh, geez, not a lot of news. These guys are taking their L very, very calmly. It's interesting. You know what's really interesting? I was going to talk about it last week, but I talked about something else for the Veterans Day thing. What's really interesting is the way that fucking Biden is taking all this. He's hyped. He's like, hell yeah, congratulations, big dog. I knew you could do it. It's fucking awesome. He's like, you're making me think that you've been, the other thing that's happening is like, a lot of people are noticing like, why is Biden all of a sudden speaking so fucking clear right now? What is that about? It's like, were you playing a part this whole time? I don't know. Very weird. Very weird. Red Dawn Radio, do you watch boxing and MMA too? I just watch MMA. I tried to see that stupid fucking Tyson fight and it just made me angry. I don't like boxing. I'm always like, dude, I'm always thinking like, shoot a double leg, fucking take him down, kick his ass. I'm not a big fan of boxing. I've never been a big fan of boxing. I mean, I like to fucking blast a little fisticuffs with my friends every now and then, but I personally don't enjoy watching it that much. I've always been a fan of, you know, something that involves like I could watch fucking Muay Thai. That shit's tight. Kicking, punching. You know what I wish? None of them do this. There's one Russian league that does this. Headbutting. How come no one headbutts? I'm a fucking fan of the headbutt. Just a salty girl. Biden is going to trigger the nukes on the way out. Yeah, we'll talk about that. He's definitely fucking working in his little fucking Jurassic Park interview. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, he might. Wizard, a little bit of money. Well, we already did that one. You almost got 2. Fuck off. Kalora with a $20 donation says, I still can't find your stream on Rumble without searching for it. It's never listed. Shadow banned as fuck. Are you going to stream on Twitter? And fuck the NFL. I'd like to stream on Twitter. I really would like to stream on the Twitters. I got to figure that out. I saw Salty streaming there and I was like, ooh, I should stream on Twitter. Twitter is establishing itself as the new mainstream place for news. It's like legitimate news. It has replaced everything. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure you could help, Yvonne. So anyway, I love the UFC because of shit like this.
Well, if you saw the election, the entire country relates with Trump right now. Won all the swing states. The only states she won were the ones that you didn't need ID to vote in. It would have been interesting if you needed ID, how that would have played out too. I think that I think the whole country, it feels like somebody hit the reset button. Everything feels, and well, if you saw.
That's a little spicy take, Dana White. That's a spicy take. You mean, are you telling me that she won, that she didn't win any of those states? That they cheated in all those states she won? Are you an election denier? Do you not believe in election integrity, Dana White? Just assault the girl. His Jurassic Park thing was for giving Peru a train while North Carolina still had no water or power. Yeah, they're stealing kids in North Carolina. We'll talk about that tomorrow. They're fucking the government is stealing kids, a lot of kids. I'm like, dude. It's like hard for me. I get up here and I want to say like, don't fucking do this, but like, I don't know what I would do. I like to think that if you try to take one of my 4 kids from me after a situation like that, I'm gonna bury your ass in the fucking jungle out there. There's plenty of bodies, plenty of space, plenty of alibis. You come to take my kids in North Carolina, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and I'm gonna bury you in the fucking the mud. It's crazy to me that hasn't happened yet. We'll talk about that tomorrow. The CPS is running around taking kids from North Carolinians. The fight might have been scripted blankets. I didn't want to believe it at first, but the more I sit and I look at it, I'm like, maybe he is on the Diddy list. They did do a little ritual of shame where they showed his ass. I don't know what to think about that. Jada, best fight during Tyson fight was the 2 chicks beforehand. Irish girl was headbutting the shit out of Puerto Rico. Dude, I missed that fight. I went to hang out with my wife during that fight, and everybody said that. I liked the fight where the dude had the pink trunks. That was not a bad fight. That was not a bad fight. Yeah, the UFC was tight, though. I don't know if you guys watched fucking John Jones, the spinning back kick. But fucking devastating.
This moment at UFC just hit me differently for some reason. You can genuinely see joy in Trump's face, man.
Tonight it is all about John Jones sharing the belt there with the president-elect Donald Trump. Americans, largely historically, have realized the most success in the UFC.
Yes, it's John Jones giving him this, and what a gift, but it's also all of us giving it to, if that makes sense, man. Thank you, Trump. Thank you for everything you've been through, man.
John Jones is considered to be probably the greatest of all time. It's a bit of a debate, but he's always in the conversation. He did a Trump dance when he won. He's a little fucking Trump dance. Everybody doing the Trump dance. Everybody doing the Trump. But that was cool. That was cool, man. He came out and gave him the belt and was like, he was like, I was so nervous once I saw you ringside. I knew I had to finish him good because you were sitting there. And he's like, oh, man. It was tight, dude. It was cool. It was cool. You never see on any other. So if you're going to watch sports, I recommend the UFC. It's very entertaining, and they still love the country. Oh, how funny. That's hilarious. There's also, you get shit like this. I'm telling you, you don't get this anywhere else. Dana gives him free reign. It's like John Jones also, when he was done, he's like, first thing I want to do is, I know I got this time, I want to talk about Jesus. I couldn't do it without Jesus. You're like, yeah, look at that. You try to do that on the NFL, they're going to fucking cut the screen. Now you can't talk about Jesus. This is tight too.
It feels amazing. New York, I got one thing to say first. We need justice for Peanut, right? Like, you know, and it's not just a squirrel. It's all the kids that went hungry that night. And all the other things that the money and resources could have been put to. Hopefully that Doge cleans things up down at the state level.
I like how you use the post-victory speech for a political rally.
We're winning! We're winning everywhere! We are winning everywhere. I haven't played this clip either. Did you know that the ghost of Peanut made an appearance during Kamala Harris's... you know what? We're going to fucking pull that up. You guys maybe have already seen this. The ghost of Peanut made an appearance. Come on, Ghost. All right, let's just... Ghost is going to work this. The Peanut. There it is. The ghost of Peanut. This is for Kamala Harris's... what is it called? The speech where she says, "Oh, yeah, you're right, I lost." The concession speech or whatever. Yeah, the concession speech. A motherfucking squirrel. A squirrel finds its way into the concession speech. Look at this. Look at this. What are the fucking chances? The ghost of Peanut. The ghost of Peanut makes his appearance. He's like, this is vengeance. This is the vengeance. Look at this, dude. Yeah, boy. You see him? You see him there? We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We got fucking the ghost of Peanut running around. You fuck with squirrels, Morty. You fuck with squirrels, Morty. Don't fuck with squirrels. That was a funny ass episode. I did see that episode. You fucked with squirrels, Morty. They don't take that shit lightly. Squirrels don't fuck around. So I will bring up this. Elon Musk wearing this fucking weird ass necklace. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Come on, don't be stupid. Don't be mega faggot. Someone give me a fucking zoomed in version of this necklace so I can show everybody. I'm gonna just go fucking so deep, 500 in, and it won't show me. Mega faggot. Someone will show it. So people are like looking at that going, ah, he's Illuminati. So I should, since I did bring up the UFC, I should address the necklace that Elon Musk is wearing. I should address that. Someone will pull it up. Somebody find that stupid fucking thing and pull it up for me, screenshot it, help me out. Help me out in the chat here. There's three options. There's three options for this necklace. One, it could be that he likes the God of War. He is a gamer. It is a symbol from the God of War. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know how to screenshot this shit. I don't know how to screenshot. I can screenshot on a phone. I can't screenshot on a... Why don't you screenshot and fucking put it in the Odyssey chat for me, dog? That'd help. That'd be helpful. That'd be helpful. So either it's that. The other option is it's an Illuminati symbol. And really, his mother is a Satanist, which she is. And he is playing this part to try to position himself in the grand scheme of things as a major player in the New World Order via Illuminati lackey. I'm not saying that's not the case. Thank you so much. Sparky the Welder, the only one of you that is paying attention. There it is. This little symbol here. It's got the little all-seeing eye in there. Could be that. Or the other option is he is that Omega symbol. That's the end of the Greek alphabet, Omega, and it has a like if you're into computers and shit, it's like it means rebellion, like in the computer like programming world or people who are like really into computers. The Omega symbol or Omega kind of represents like rebellion or fucking the system up, which is what he's doing. So Any one of those, take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. I just thought it was, a lot of people made a big fuss, and I said, maybe I'll talk about that. There you go. It's one of those. Probably not the God of War. Probably has to do with either a computer rebellion symbol or he is repping the Illuminati. Couldn't tell you which one it is, but it's one of those. Thank you, Sparky the Welder. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, that's a better Ranger. Ranger got a better one. There you go. You can see it real good there. It's fucking weird. It is weird. It may not be nefarious, but it's definitely, if you're one of our team who is like looking out for that shit, you're going, ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's the end. What do you mean, nope, it's the end? The Omega? Omega? Hey, knock it off. About to be the end for those little girls in there. This was about to happen. Anyway, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is, but I thought I'd just bring it to your attention. Some of you guys are like, I don't trust Elon Musk. That didn't help. That did not help build trust. You're like, you're going to build on Twitter? That's the only place left. I don't know. Let's see. Not the only place left, but it's the place that seems to be the biggest pool of motherfuckers. So this is, I think it's like some sort of Polish, I think it's a Polish guy. I can't remember. Some fucking European. Some European over here. Europeans always lecture us on our guns. They always got some shit to say about our guns. This is also Europeans with guns.
Rozładuj. Po dwa, po prostu sygnalnie.
That's what you get for not wearing the orange vest, dog. That's all I gotta say. That's what you get. Everybody else wearing the orange vest. You're over here fucking camouflaged up. What did you think was gonna happen? Blame the gun. I blame the gun. I blame the gun. Fiona is my bitch. She says, lurking. God is great all the time. Yes, ma'am. The end of the NWO. Oh, yeah, that's a big Dick Cheney action. Yeah. Oh, so Ivan has a whole different thing he's trying to get. He says it could be the end of the NWO, like the end of the New World Order. Not them niggas with attitude. They will never go away. But end of the New World Order. That's funny. That's funny. The Omega of the all-seeing eye. So let's talk about this. This is really big news. Potentially really big news. We already kind of been touching on it here and there. Biden authorized Ukraine to strike Russia with U.S.-supplied long-range missiles. This is important because Putin has already come out and said multiple times over the past few months, if you do this, I'm going to nuke the shit out of Ukraine. If you do this, if you go this route and you start putting NATO long-range missiles into my country, I will meet force with force and my bombs go way bigger boom. You don't want to play this game with me. And because we are on fucking camp kill yourself mode, we're like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's poke the bear. Let's fucking poke the bear and see what happens. I think they know what they're doing. I think that this is a quote. I don't remember who this quote comes from, but it's a really good quote. Tyrants would rather burn their country to the ground than give up their power, and that, I think, is what you're seeing. These deep state rats, these dirty tyrants would rather saturate American and Ukrainian and European soil in nuclear ions, in isotopes, rather than give up their power. They would rather say, fuck it, burn the whole place down. If I'm going out, I'm taking all of you with me. That's what it seems like is going on right here. So fucking FMC, you still talking about that? Sure, I'll read it. You made it all fucking caps, so it's a big bright shit in my eye. I might as well read it. FN Super Trucker says, so in conclusion, the meaning of the Omega symbol with the all-seeing eye in the middle, all inside a diamond, is likely a complex and multifaceted representation that combines themes of culmination, perfection, eternity, and guidance by a higher power. While specific interpretations may vary, this symbol appears to embody profound and transcendent messages, inviting reflections on human quests for excellence and the role of providence in guiding our endeavors. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'll put the shit on a t-shirt. So this is where he announces this. Breaking, most bizarre press conference I've ever seen. Biden authorizes Ukraine to use long-range missiles provided by the U.S., then disappears without answering questions. Into fucking the set of Jurassic Park. Where the fuck is this guy right now? Look at this. You're fucking about to go wrestle velociraptors. What is going on, dude? This is not in America. And where does this guy get off authorizing another country to use weapons in a war that we're technically not in? Someone make that make sense to me. Someone make that make sense, because that don't make any fucking sense. He fucking just goes off and walks into Jurassic Park. Fucking nuke him. Boom, he's gone. All right. Biden said, bubble gurgle, jiffle, clumping do. Obama said, attack Russia, kill Trump. It's so fucking crazy. You crazy, dog. Here, Alex Soros saying, this is great news. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Your dad, who's definitely in league with Satan, whose main goal in life is to destroy Western civilization. You read the Wall Street Journal say President Biden has for the first time authorized Ukrainian forces to use Western-made long-range weapons, and your response is, well, this is great news. Yeah, you would say that. You would say that, you fucking criminal. You dirty fucking Satanist. You would say that. This is awesome. This is awesome. Yeah, it's like, let's just get the party started. I don't like winter anyway. We need to heat it up. Nothing like nuclear energy to heat this motherfucker up. Yeah, you are a dirtball just like your dad. We have a list. Your dad's on it. You just made the list, bitch. You just made the fucking list. Getting rid of all of you fuckers. Here you go. You see, what is going on with my audio right now? Hello? I'm back. Am I back? Can you hear me? I'm back to me. Oh, I'm all frozen up. Hello? Test. All right, good. I'm back. There we go. That was weird. Live show. Try not to think too much about it. Here we go. Same thing. NATO-backed Ukraine forces are preparing a massive strike on Moscow and St. Petersburg using NATO weapons and drones. I wouldn't do that. Just telling you, I wouldn't do that. You get your ass handed to you in every fucking engagement. It does not go well for you, Ukraine. I would not do that. At one point, Russia had enough nuclear armament to destroy all of planet Earth. Like all of it. Like not just the land portions, the land and the ocean. All of it. They could just reset the whole fucking planet. I would be really fucking cool right now. I would just chill the fuck out.
The plan to...
But, no. Here it goes. This guy definitely going to die, by the way.
The plan to strengthen Ukraine is the Victory Plan, which I presented to our partners. One of its key points is long-range capabilities for our army. Today, there's a lot of talk in the media about us receiving permission for respective actions. But strikes are not carried out with words. Such things are not announced. Missiles will speak for themselves. They certainly will. The plan to strengthen Ukraine is the Victory Plan, which I presented to our partners. One of its key points is long-range capabilities for our army. Today, there's a lot of talk in the...
Anyway, I repeated it. I didn't catch that. Yeah, that's funny. They're sitting there like, well, some of those long-range missiles, we're not going to tell them if we're going to do it. I was already planning to do that anyways. Like, we trying to seem like you're in charge? You trying to put on a front like you're in charge? Like our country didn't authorize the use of that, and now you're, well, I was going to use it anyway. And I don't tell my plans. Okay. All right. Meanwhile, this is what Russia's playing on their TV. They're freaking showing you what happens when missiles fucking strike Europe.
Сложно предположить географию ответа в случае, если короткий пресс-релиз Белого дома станет реальностью. Под угрозой без малого все европейские столицы. Если наши ракеты встанут в Калининграде, Берлин, Варшава, все Прибалты, Париж, Бухарест, Прага.
We just fuck up the entire European continent. Let's just do that. Let's play that game. That's fucking
Конечно,
dangerous,
американские
dude.
базы в Германии. Гармии Шпартенкирхен, казармы Патча, Шпангдалем, Рамштайн. Особое внимание Британии, нашему традиционному врагу, так как против нее будет работать значительная часть Северного флота. Под удар Вашингтон ставит не только Лондон, но и Манчестер, Бирмингем, крупнейшую военно-морскую базу Девонпорт, Клайд в Шотландии, где король хранит ядерные ракеты Трайдент, Портсмут и Чатамскую верфь в графстве Кент.
Oh man, I would chill the fuck out if I were in Europe right now. I'd be like, hey, we really should take that serious. I don't think he's fucking around. When he said, if you put NATO in Ukraine, I'm gonna fuck shit up and I'm not leaving until you leave. And then he does it. You get the impression he kind of says what he means. And then when you see this, you're like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't go that route. I would not go that route. Just saw the girl. Wouldn't it be God's justice if they fucked up and blew themselves up in Ukraine? They went to like they wouldn't have launched the rockets and then just sit on the pad and explode. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. It's funny too, because like everybody who's paying attention, Duhast, everybody who's paying attention says we all kind of like agree with Russia. We're like, yeah, no, you fucked up the whole NATO thing. That Russia's not the bad guy, and it's not even if I like Russia or like I'm very vocal about I don't like Putin. I don't necessarily like Russia. I don't think we're like fucking allies with Russia. I don't think Russia has our best interest. Like none of that. But they are the ones who are morally justified in this. Like they're right. And if you say that, you're fucking crazy. If you say that, everybody's like, oh, you're a fucking Putin lover. And Tulsi Gabbard says that, and the media hates Tulsi Gabbard because of that. They go, she's a Russian asset. She's a Russian spy. Now she's in charge of all these things and gonna fucking give all the data to Putin. We'll talk about that here in a second. The background behind Zelensky should wait a second. The background behind Z should have a sheriff. A what? Oh, a shelf of all the dildos he has shoved in his ass. Anyone got a meme of that? Yeah, it's hard to come correct. Like you can never take Obama seriously once you know he's getting railed by a fucking 10-inch black cock every night. You just can't do it. You're just like, no, can't take it serious anymore. And once you see Zelensky doing that gay dancing shit, you're like, no, you're not intimidating anymore. You are not intimidating anymore. Now, if Michelle Obama was in charge, she's the one doing the delivering. That's a little bit intimidating. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a little bit intimidating. If Michelle Obama was my cellmate in the gulag, I might be holding a pocket, guys. I might be holding a pocket. Space Bomber Yvonne says, let Ukraine join NATO. As the U.S. exits, they have nothing. Yeah. God, I hope we exit NATO, dude. That seems the way we're going. That would basically there'd be no more NATO. We fucking provide the paycheck for everything. Here's what would happen if they do strike Kiev. No big deal. No big deal.
If the bomb was 100 megatons, it would have a wave of thermal radiation that would reach a radius of 64.2 kilometers. The air blast radius would reach up to 54.6 kilometers, followed by an electromagnetic wave of ionizing radiation that would reach up to 6.99 kilometers. The fireball would expand to a radius of 7.92 kilometers and would last for around 35.7 seconds. The total number of deaths by such a blast would amount to 2,412,050 people.
That's just one. I'm sure they'll. Well, they probably will only do one. Look at these things. We don't want to fuck around with these things, dude. Damn. Damn. That's air blast. That shit's crazy. Look at this video. This video is even better. My first live stream, I talked about nukes.
The dawn's early light, he saw a blinding flame, a flash that stole our sight. In the sky it came, the thunderous roar, shattered piece of hope. As the bombs began to fall, their deadly story told. Oh, sorrow-filled land, our hearts in despair, where dreams turn to ashes, lost in the air. In the shadow of the mushroom cloud, we stand and we weep.
Damn, this song goes hard. I listened to it. I listened to this shit on silent mode. This song's fucking tight. Trump talked about one of his biggest fears. He said he got a briefing where they were talking about the nukes, and he's like, it terrified me. It terrified me once you realize this is the, and that's why he said, he's like, my administration, we don't even mention the word. We don't talk about this nuclear this or nuke that. It's like, that's not a fucking game. You don't just throw, you don't even, it's such a crazy weapon that you don't, it's the motherfucking Voldemort of weapons. We don't even speak its name. If you hear Trump say nuke, shit is fucking real. So when he sits there and the media is talking about it all the time and blah, blah, they're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And they continuously talk about nuclear this and nuclear that and nuclear weapons and nuke. Trump's like, man, you don't give this enough respect. And that's why, and I think the same thing is true for any real geopolitical leader. So that's why when somebody like Putin, who also doesn't speak frivolously, when he says, I will fucking nuke you, that should cause the entire planet to fucking stop and say, okay, let's take a deep breath here. Let's take a deep breath, because once you play that game, woo. And right now, good old Joe Biden, he's like, they won't do it. They won't do it. Go on, shoot. Why don't you just aim right at the Kremlin? Aim right at the Kremlin. You won't do it. Very dangerous game. Very dangerous game. Johnny Cohanger, 20 megaton bombs detonated in low atmosphere will light people on fire 40 miles away. Not that I would know anything about that. That's crazy, dude. If I did, I mean, if nuclear holocaust went out, if nuclear holocaust went forward, I would want to be ground zero for the blast. It's like fucking just detonate it on top of me. I don't want to deal with the fallout. I don't want to feel any of that shit. Solely Mega Mass said, donated 100 gold pills. Check out the picture I just tagged you in on Gab. I don't have my Gab Pro anymore. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure I'm going to redo it. I wanted to, but I've just been so disappointed with Gab lately. What do you got here? I feel like Andrew Torbo, when he made those changes, he made so many people angry and they left that it's like at least my feed is not what it used to be. It used to be like, hell yeah, I'm like getting all this information, I'm getting it fast, and now it's like, fuck, dude, there's like nothing on my feed anymore. Which sucks, because I actually like Gab a lot more than any of the other ones. Gab was my favorite, but one stupid fucking decision, man. You saw that in the whole run up to the presidency, where the Democrat Party would do one stupid fucking thing and just lose massive amount of supporters. It just takes one dumbass decision, one stupid fucking unthought out thing, and you could really screw it up. I mean, imagine if I came up and I my channel's so tiny, like, I don't know what I would have to do, but like one bad fucking move and whoosh, just fucking destroy the whole thing. I don't know what I would have to do. You guys are pretty fucking loyal. I mean, I'd have to do something really bad. Yeah, so Ivan goes, all Putin wanted was a handshake. That's all he wanted. He just wanted to sit down and talk and come to an agreement, but you had to be assholes. All Putin wanted was a handshake. That's all he wanted. That's true. That's all he wanted. Is this right? Is this right? Am I the right fucking thing? Yeah, I am. Boom, right here. Salty Maga Matt talks about this. Mount Everest. Oh, shit. That's Mount Everest on the left. The Sarabamba. Yeah, that's the big one. The Sarabamba is the biggest one. God, that thing is huge, dude. Castle Bravo. The Fat Man. Little Boy and Fat Man are what we dropped. They gotten significantly bigger since then. Damn, the Zarabamba is crazy. Loyal 9 wanted to start an energy drink company called Atomic Energy. And one of his drinks was going to be called the Zarabamba. Isn't that a rad name for an energy drink? Atomic Energy? I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, you should call. You should have done that. Should have made that happen. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Maybe he is trying to do that. Speaking of energy, I love the energy that these guys are bringing. The left tries to say that we are unhinged, crazy, we want genocide. We have never said any shit like this.
Your body, my choice.
Yeah? Is that what you think? Because I'd love to paint this wall blood fucking red. My body, your choice? How about your skull, my gun? Your neck, my sword? Your face, this pretty little...
all these bitches want to fight. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't do that. that's like Ukraine trying to fucking poke the bear. I wouldn't do that. Like, you ladies aren't very big. I wouldn't do that. Have you ever heard... We'll make fun of the trans community. We'll make fun of all you guys. We'll laugh and we'll joke, but we're never like, I'd like to put a gun in your mouth and fucking paint the fucking garage with your skull. We never say anything like, we don't have that energy. We're like laughing and joking and shit. These guys like to paint that wall blood red. This bitch here teaching you how to make fucking poison. This is crazy.
Our choice. I got that.
Aqua Tofana. If you know, you know.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're a fucking crazy ass bitch. That's crazy. We have never said, we don't have streams where we're like talking about poisoning our fucking wives. These been talking about poisoning their husbands and hiding the bodies and shit. Crazy bitches. You are crazy. This bitch over here on a fucking sex strike. Bitch, you need to be on a hunger strike is what you need to be on. This is insane. The size of that forehead. You got a forehead the size of mine. And I'm hideous. Wrong, Red Dawn Radio. They have talked about having an ale from their enemy's skull. Okay, there's a big difference between drinking from the skull of our enemies and making clear references to fucking Conan the Barbarian versus this bitch here is talking about brewing up poison to fucking kill her husband or something. Get the fuck out. These bitches are crazy. Look at this. Kill Donald Trump. Kill his VP Vance. Kill his cabinet picks. You're fucking crazy, yo. This is the only way to save the United States of America. It's the only way to save this nation. If I lose, I stand by quietly. There is no victory condition for me if I stay quiet. I support the assassination of Donald Trump. I wonder why they shot at him. I wonder why that happened. I wonder what's going on here. This is fucking insane, dude. You guys are unhinged. I wonder where they get it. So the picture's funny. Shout out to Oinker. Picture's funny, but listen to what she's saying.
A common feature of authoritarianism and fascism, that the nation is called to come together under the autocrat and accept that his incompetent lackeys are our betters. The idea that any random white guy or right-thinking woman with zero background is inherently superior to any black person or woman, no matter how many degrees or qualifications they have, is a conceit of fascism and ethno-nationalism that, no, we cannot come together around. We cannot come together. It's a common feature of authoritarianism and fascism.
Dude, you are fucking crazy. And you wonder why the people that listen to your shit they're like, the things that she's saying, it's like hard to get past the face because it looks so natural on her. Like she could just look like that and I haven't even noticed. But it's like, what are you trying to like bring? Like the saying that they're superior. You can't be superior to a female, especially if she's a black female. It's like, well, I don't know. He's got a fucking degree from Princeton. He's got 2 Bronze Stars. He's like a self-made fucking person. This bitch is what? Just because she's black? I don't know. I just don't think that I don't think that that's a great argument. I just don't feel like fascism. This is succeeding to fascism. What is Ranger saying here? If they nuke us before the prophecy is fulfilled, do we get a mulligan? Was that like, do you get to try again? Ranger, poor Ranger, dude. Ranger's true colors are showing. He wanted to fight with his guns so bad. He wanted it so bad. He was like, fuck, dude. It's like revolution is in my grasp. And then we fucking won the election. And he's like, I'm happy, but I low key, I'm like, I was looking forward to shooting these. I was looking forward to hanging him with my own rope. I hear you. It is bittersweet. It would have been nice to hang him high. It would have been nice to storm the beaches, make our own gallows. I get it. So maybe. We still need guys like you in the fucking wings, brother. Keep your bayonet sharp. Keep your powder dry. Fucking crazy bitches. Maybe you're going to take some of these bitches out.
Really an election rant on Instagram. Look at this. She said, this was on November 6th. I find myself speechless in the midst of this. There is a deep sickness in this country that is shown in the sheer amount of people who showed up for this man who threatens our democracy. Get the F off Elon's app, by the way. The F are you doing? May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace. I mean, Adam, you read this. This is obviously a Gen Zer.
May they never know peace. May they never know. This fucking Adam guy, look at, he's definitely sucked the dick. Listen to what he's got to say. We'll go back to the never know peace, but listen to his response to that. It's a good question. See, the question is, hey, look, man. Hey, Gen Z, you guys are losing your fucking marbles. You're saying crazy shit. You're furthering the divide. You're not willing to play nice. It's like you kind of are like my man Ranger over here. You want blood. You clearly want blood. It's obvious. Don't you think maybe you should tone the rhetoric down a little bit? I mean, you got that bitch over there teaching people how to poison their fucking their husbands. You got this bitch over here talking about painting the wall blood red with people that disagree with her. Kill all Trump supporters. Like, don't you feel like maybe your rhetoric is a little out of hand? And listen to his response.
Celebrity. Come on, I mean, may they never know peace? What do you make of it, Adam?
I think that it's funny. You said you were expecting a far left meltdown, and you quoted some 22-year-old actress from Hollywood, but you refused to admit, or you refused to acknowledge that the former president, the president-elect, refused to concede the last election. He hasn't conceded it to this day.
Oh my God. You learned how to answer questions from Kamala Harris. You got all of your debate rhetoric from the Democratic Party. Don't you think maybe, but Trump said this and Trump did that and Trump. It's like, oh my God, you're out of control. You're all out of control. You're all fucking crazy people. Here's the Washington Post. The greatest threat. Oh, we must be talking about those fucking nuclear weapons we were just talking about. Seems like a pretty fucking major threat to me. Nuclear holocaust. The greatest threat facing the United States is its own president. The Washington Post. Like, that's a wild thing to say. If people believe you, here's the thing, Washington Post. If people believe you, they're gonna try to kill the president. It's like, that seems like you should be held accountable. They never said, dangerous rhetoric on Twitter, that Red Dawn Radio. He's saying he's misinformation and disinformation, literally killing trans people with this rhetoric. You're over here calling for the assassination of President Trump. Washington Post. I mean, just think through this logically. Say, I love America. I believe the Washington Post. I'm a low IQ, low information bottom feeder, but damn it, I'm patriotic. I believe the Washington Post. It's an authoritative source. And when it says the greatest threat facing the United States of America is its own president, and I see the news that it says he is literally Hitler, he's literally Nazi, he's literally a dictator, he's a fascist, he is the embodiment of all that is evil. He is going to have he's not going to have another election. He's going to ruin the democracy. He's going to violate the Constitution. What am I going to do? I'm going to shoot at this guy. I'm going to be like, well, someone's got to kill him. Someone's got to take one for the team. Got to save the country. But I'm the dangerous one. But I'm the one with dangerous rhetoric. Okay, you fucking people are wild. Then there's this guy, same thing. I would like somebody to tell me why he moves his mouth in this way. It is very hard for me to watch. It is like, if I saw him in real life, I would be like, ooh, I don't like you. Regardless of what, he could be talking about Warhammer 40K. If you move your mouth in this manner, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's very, very hard to watch for me. He like speaks with his mouth moving fucking sideways. I can't handle it. But listen to the rhetoric. If you can get past the fucking chops the chopper on this fucking guy as he's talking. You get past that, listen to what he's saying.
Conservatives have been disgusting for years, which is why I don't give a fuck about anybody that winds up at any of these rallies and gets shot or whatever the fuck, okay? Because they had no problem making fun of Paul Pelosi. The entire world would be better off if these people...
You don't give a fuck if conservatives get shot? I feel like that's dangerous rhetoric, Destiny.
Were permanently removed from these platforms. Like, there is no downside and only upside to see people like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Tim Pool never be allowed to publicly broadcast their opinions ever again. It's exclusively bad stuff that happens. Conservatives have been disgusting for years, which is why I don't give a fuck about...
Oof. They're the party of joy. They're the party of joy and tolerance and peace and love. So loving. Trump ranked as worst president in history, with Biden 14th greatest. Oh, man. You guys are fucking panicking. Here we go. Listen to this one.
To steer clear of politics, but this really isn't about politics, because this is somebody who has been, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has been pushing quackery, who has been pushing lies, who has been pushing conspiracy theories. You've been talking to experts in the health community, the medical community, preparing for him, RFK Jr., to be given some sort of role in health. What have they said to you?
Well, you know, it's not often that the entire medical and public health community is going to be in lockstep on something, but they're pretty close on this in terms of their significant concerns, horror even. Somebody said to me today.
Fucking horror? Oh, shit. His quackery. Funny thing about his quackery is what's cool about RFK Jr. is if you say he's lying, he fucking sues your ass, and then you got to go to court, and they come out and say, yeah, actually, he's telling the truth. There's one we're going to play later where it's like 70, he said, of the 72 vaccines forced on children, not a single one of them has passed the human safety test or safety for humans. And Fauci was like, he's lying. And fucking, RFK Jr. said, okay. You call me a liar? Let's go fucking settle this in court. And they had to release an official statement saying, okay, yeah, none of them have been tested for humans. It's like, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. But you can just hear the rhetoric, dude. The rhetoric is so fucking nuts.
How hard is it to...
What's good, though, is they're saying these crazy things. They're saying, like, yeah, that lisp of fucking Destiny, it's like he already has like a weird lisp and his jaw goes all sideways. It's like he's fighting the gayness. We already know you guys know about that Destiny guy, the guy with the fucking weird jaw. He's struggling because his wife left him, but he used to watch his wife have sex with another man. Like that's like actually what the word cuck means. A cuck is someone who watches someone else sleep with their wife. And he used to be a cuck. And then his wife left him because he's not a man. And he's got that weird sideways jaw thing. And he's super diehard for the fucking left. Probably has some crazy shit in his background. Some crazy Diddy shit in his background. Not actually Diddy because he's not famous, but his own version of the dirty Diddy. And yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck him. What's crazy, though, is... Yeah, his name is Destiny. Yeah, exactly. What's crazy about these guys is they are saying like the craziest things. So I don't know what happened. I don't know the self-awareness of these people, but they're like, let me film myself having an absolute mental breakdown and then upload it online. And you're like, I just don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's healthy behavior. And it's like that cycle. They like feed each other. And the mainstream media like pours gasoline on it. And then they come out and they say crazy things like all Trump supporters need to be fucking killed. And then they lose their job. And they're like, I can't believe I lost my job over that. You're like, well, yeah, obviously. You just advocated for the murder of the majority of the country. You don't represent us very well. And what's awesome about this entire thing is cancel culture right now is working in reverse. So it used to be, if you said like, I don't think there are 47 different genders, I think there are 2, you would get canceled and you could lose your job, which is one of the reasons that guys that do what I do, we choose to be anonymous, because these crazy fucks would find out where my wife works and then make some complaints to HR and get my wife fired and all these. They would be fucking insane. They're insane people. That's how fucking Peanut died. Peanut the squirrel died from some fucking lefty Karen on the other side of the country who was like, you're not allowed to have squirrels if you live in New York, and then called fucking animal control 3,000 miles away to tell on that person. And they came in and they fucking canceled Peanut the squirrel. They canceled his life. And so we were like, we gotta be anonymous. Fuck that. I don't want to deal with you crazies. So these crazies they thought like we run the internet. Our way of thinking is right. Our way is correct. And they come out and they say this crazy shit and they're canceling themselves. They're getting in trouble.
Teaching. How hard is it to walk away from that?
It's hard right now because, this is not who I am as a professional or who I am as a teacher. I've devoted my whole life to this, preparing my whole life. I always wanted to be a teacher from the time I was a young child. I finally worked my way up to that. And I am well respected, which I appreciate. I love my students. I love their families. I love the people I work with. And, I'm just trying to do what's right now to get my life back on track and get back to what I love. And it's my biggest passion in the world.
But you didn't love the parents if they voted for Trump, right? You actually decided that you wanted to kill them. You advocated killing Trump supporters, and you're so fucking stupid, you didn't realize that the parents of the students in your classroom were Trump supporters going, wait a minute, the teacher advocated for killing me and she's teaching my child? Yeah, I'm going to go talk to the principal about this.
What's your message to those parents?
Those parents, I am so sorry that you had to see that side of me, because the only side of me I ever wanted you to see was what you saw and what I did for your kids and what I did for you. And I hope that I was always a support and always did everything that I possibly could for you. And I promise you that I intended to, and I did everything I could to be there for the families and the parents, and just how sorry I am that now.
Nah, you ain't getting your job back. So this is like, this is, I didn't want you to see this side of me. I wanted you to see the other side of me. Yeah, that's what child molesters say. I didn't want you to see the side of me that was a pervert having sex with your daughter. No, you didn't want you didn't want to show that side. Oh, but you decided to post that fucked up side of you on the internet, and you got fired. Well, you do not have my sympathy. Yeah, it's not an apology. I don't accept your apology. I don't believe you. I think you're lying. Boys, listen. Listen, this one is going to trigger you. This one triggered me. This one gets me very, very upset, the way that she speaks. As somebody who loves violence, as somebody who has something weird, I enjoy, I'm watching this new show on Netflix called La Cage. It's a French show about cage fighting. And the dude's like, I love to fight. There's something about him where he's like, I love to fight. I love punching. I love getting punched. I love getting smashed up. I love getting smashed in. I love the feeling of where I'm smashed in a corner and I'm trying to fight out of that corner. And I'm I relate. I like that shit. Something inside of me enjoys physical confrontation. I would never say what this bitch is about to say, because this is how you get fucked up. So get ready, boys.
To all you MAGA motherfuckers that are already out acting a fool in fucking public, thinking you can get away with whatever the fuck you want, I want you to know that it ain't gonna happen. We are pissed. We have 0 fucks to give anymore. And bail money. I have bail money. I see you out in public, acting a fucking fool, raging out and fucking berating other people, getting in people's faces, being fucking racist, being fucking...
So first of all, we don't do that. We don't do that. By the way, I bet those fucking Nazis marched right by your ass and you didn't do shit. Everybody talking shit. Everybody's talking all this shit. Those fucking neo-Nazis, the ones with the fucking red masks and the red swastikas, they were marching all over the fucking place this week. No one had shit to say to those guys. I'm like, you guys are a bunch of fucking pussies. Not a single one of you, all you fucking tough talkers out there, and they just walk right up to you and fucking start saying the craziest racist shit, and you go, oh my God. Oh my God. It's like, you ain't hard. You ain't fucking hard. Get out of here. But anyway, she's talking, oh, you MAGA, you doing your racist shit. We never do that. We never ever do that. Here we go. She's about to fucking tell us off.
Karen, I'm gonna say something to you. And if you want to fucking throw hands, bring that shit the fuck on, because I would love to right now. I would love to. I'm being real with you when I tell you, you need to fucking act right. This shit will not be tolerated any further. Don't let me see you harassing somebody.
That shit triggers me, dude. That shit makes me so fucking angry. And like, I don't know why. It like brings out the fucking chauvinist or something. I'm like, oh God. That's like, I would never fucking hit a bitch, but I want to know how you identify right now. Please say you're a them they. Because I could fucking hit a them they. Yeah, she stopped to cry. Yes, it's so ridiculous. Zero die loser, dude. I'm telling you, this bitch is. They're crazy people uploading their mental illness. I mean, it's hilarious. It's hilarious to watch. Plenty of content. I'll never run out of funny shit. Terry TMFS says RDR 07 to you, sir. Gorilla Base 07. We respond with a digital salute. Be unmotherfucking governable. No apologies to the whiny little lib shits. Yeah, we don't need to apologize. We didn't do anything wrong. What are we going to apologize for? We didn't do anything wrong. You're the ones talking about fucking poisoning your husbands.
Welcome back. So it turns out every holiday season, political talk can be a tough topic to get into. But given the results of last week's election, Yale psychiatrist Dr. Amanda Calhoun suggested to Joy Reid that some people should sit this one out. Take a look.
I don't need to take a look, because you're telling me right now, and this is the problem. People are like, I'm divorcing my family. Dude, your rhetoric is creating the divide. I don't know. They do they see it? Do they not see it? I don't know. They're all fucking crazy people. I'm sure they don't see anything that they're doing, but it's like you're literally telling. So what we would do is we tell people, this is one of the things, by the way, I deal with my in-laws. They were talking about politics, right? The president just won. And there was a debate about schools, and it just got fucking heated. And then the mom comes in. She's she's like grandma, my mother-in-law. And she's like, don't talk about politics. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about politics. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, oh, the reason all of your kids got fucking heated and didn't know how to talk about politics is because you never taught them how to have the conversation. That idea, we're like, don't talk about religion and politics. No, those are the most important conversations you can have. Those are the two most important conversations to have. That's why they get so heated. You need to learn how to have those conversations without turning your emotions on. You need to be able to talk about hard things. Listen, one of the things he said was pretty fucking good. We're talking about this, And they're all fucking yelling, and I'm just like, I have this conversation every day. Like, I don't know, you guys are fucking really animated right now. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think that I think we should let the public schools die. I don't think that they're helping. I think, and I gave my reasons. I'm like, I think the Board of Education, once they got in power, we were at the very bottom. We were the number one in everything, math, reading, science. Now we're at the very bottom of those things. The only reason we rank as high as we do is because they usually gather up the homeschool and the private schools and throw those in with us. But really, if you look at just the public school, it's abysmal. So I'm like, let the schools die. And he goes, and he was like, well, where are the new schools going to come from? And I was like, well, what do you mean where the new school is going to come from? People are going to have school choice. They're going to go to these schools. They're going to go to like private schools, and they're going to, and then he kind of made this point where he was like, well, who's going to build the new schools? If the government doesn't build the new schools, who's going to build the new schools? Now I have an answer for that. But at the time I was like, oh, that's a really good question. And I had to sit and think about it. I was like, hold on, that's a good point. And then they're fucking going back and forth. But it's like, the way you have that conversation is, I listen to you and I go, oh, you did make a good point. Give me a second. Let me think through that. That's actually a good point. Yes, someone is going to need, because I'm assuming they're going to use the old school. But when I was in Queen Anne in Seattle, they turned that shit into a condo. And then now they have no more high school there. So yeah, right. Where is the new school going to come from? The new building itself. And being able to have the conversation. So this is horrible advice they're giving these ladies. Just don't talk to your neighbor. Don't talk to your friends. Cut them off. They're dead to you. If they voted for Trump, divorce them. If they voted for Trump, don't even talk to your parents anymore. That's stupid. That's stupid. You need to learn to have conversations about religion and politics without the emotion. Just take the facts, give the facts, listen to the argument. That's another big one. That's what I was trying to make the point where I was talking about what my brother-in-law said. I was like, oh, you actually brought up a really good point. I need to think through that. I didn't even think about that. But the entire time, you could hear everybody's fucking voice getting loud and they're getting animated. Dude, you gotta, that's one of the things I try to teach my children. Like, hey, talk at a normal level, talk in a normal voice. You don't have to be emotional. You don't have to win this argument. Like, I know that you're right and they know that they're right, but you have to learn to have a hard conversation without bringing your emotions in and starting a fight. And that was one of the things. It was actually really eye-opening. I was like, oh, the reason none of your kids know how to have this conversation is because they're not allowed to have this conversation. So they never learned how to fucking talk like normal people. And right here, all these lefties are the same way. You see this in the same conversation, the same thing. You cannot have a conversation with a feminist about her position or about anything without her losing her fucking shit and getting all emotional. It's like, that's not the way conversations happen. You're never going to work that way. Johnny Kohanger said, before the stupid cunt was born, okay, I got my nose broke by 5 Nazis when I interrupted their beating of a black dude. He's talking about that chick. Okay. He ran off and I still had no idea why they didn't kill me. Yeah, right, Johnny Kohanger. But she's still going to say that you're a racist Nazi, even though you got your fucking shit blasted in by Nazis. Because facts don't really matter. Facts don't matter. Yeah, cutting people off from family and friends is cult behavior. 100% Sparky the Welder. 100%. Yeah. The motherfucker's in a cult.
For defense officials here who we've spoken to, of course, is how Trump is going to wield U.S. military power here at home.
So they are pumping fear porn. This is what my wife was talking about. We were talking about, she's like, God, the things they're saying are so crazy. Like, they're crazy that they're painting doomsday, this doomsday language. There was a video that we played, God, probably fucking years ago at this point, and they were talking to one of the like the doctors or psychiatrists from the Nazi party, and it was like in black and white. I mean, it was old footage, and they asked him like how did you get all of the Germans to fall in line with the Nazi propaganda? How did you get them all to be on the same page? And he's like, it was easy. We just used fear. We got them scared. Fear will make them do anything. And this is exactly the point that's being driven here. It's like, if they can scare you, look at COVID. They scare you with COVID and they're like, give us all your freedoms. Okay, take all the freedoms. And they use fear to drive their agenda. So what they're doing now, and I don't know what the ultimate agenda is. It seems like they're rats on a sinking ship just looking for a piece of fucking driftwood to float on. But they're still using this fear porn to push their propaganda into the zeitgeist of the American conscience. And it's one of these things where it's like, oh, he's going to use the American military to do blah, 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 blah. What's interesting about this clip, I think it's this clip, is what she's describing in her mind. She's like, this is horrible. But all of us were going to be like, oh my God, I hope he does that. I really hope that's what he does. I hope this isn't just false rhetoric. I hope this is actually the case.
For defense officials here who we've spoken to, of course, is how Trump is going to wield U.S. military power here at home. Is he going to make good on his previous pledges to potentially deploy active duty U.S. troops to American cities to engage in domestic law enforcement?
So I don't know if he ever said that. Does anybody have any sauce for that? I don't think he said he was going to use active duty. That's a major violation of the Posse Comitatus Act. There's no way that he would have said that. To use National Guard, yes, but active duty, that's like a big no-no. We don't use active duty on American soil. So I think if he did say that, that clip would have gone mega viral. Our enemies would have put that shit on our face like crazy. And that's the thing. They keep saying he said shit that he didn't say, and then they never provide the clip, so you're like, well, they probably didn't say that. So I don't know if he actually said that about using active duty troops. I doubt that he did. Jada, they are crabs in a bucket pulling each other back in as they try to climb out. Yes, 100%. That's what they do. That's a great analogy.
And to help with his mass deportation plan. That is something that officials here have been discussing in terms of how they would actually respond to that. What would a response look like if the president were to actually order active duty troops to these cities to engage in this kind of domestic law enforcement? And if he did, a former senior military official who served under Trump said that would be very significant. It is not something that the president would be able to necessarily water down to the American people. It would be, quote, a very big deal. And another thing that officials here are gaming out is, of course, what is going to happen if Donald Trump reinstates an executive order known as Schedule F, which would essentially reclassify a large amount of apolitical civilian employees across the federal government, including here at the Pentagon, and allow them to be more easily fireable. That is something that defense officials here are scrambling to address before he enters office, trying to kind of whittle down the list of people who would be at risk of being moved into that category, because of course they're trying to create, as minimal of a disruption as possible to the day-to-day operations here. But clearly they are concerned. They're having these conversations about whether there would be resignations, for example, if an unlawful order were issued, and importantly, what the chain of command would look like if Trump did issue that kind of order to deploy those active duty forces.
They're fucking panicked about some shit. So yeah, if you did use active duty so people are like, no, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. Yeah, I don't think he said that. Deploying the National Guard to clean up the streets, 100% good. That's what they're there for. That's one of the main reasons they're there. You did have an invading force invade this country, but you hear the part where she's like, oh yeah, and it's like they're getting put in this category F where they're basically going to get fired. They're worried about that. Seems like that category gets bigger and bigger. Yes. Yes. Make that category huge. Space Pirate Yvonne with a $25 donation. Thank you so much. He says, if one can be made, you feel a certain way, then one can be controlled. If someone can make you feel a certain way, then you can be controlled. Easy peasy. If I can make you angry, I will control you. I have before. I will again, for my own good. I teach this form of mind control to break people out of their anger, fear, negative spiral of self-death. Team Christ. Yeah, I think that's true. If somebody can make you angry, they control you. If somebody can, I 100% believe that. They have a control over you. You can't control what somebody says or does, but you can control how you respond to it. 100%. We don't let any man or thing have control over us. That's why they're getting rid of the mainstream media. I don't know if you know this, MSNBC is for sale. MSNBC is for sale. The mainstream media is dead because they say all that crazy shit. They're running around saying the craziest things, and we're like, nah, we're not going to listen to you anymore. We're not going to listen to you anymore. But they're clearly dying. You can see right here. This is a great clip.
Do you know what magazine is for sale, effective yesterday? Time Magazine. Do you know who owns Time Magazine? Mark Benioff. Do you know who Mark Benioff is? He owns what company? Salesforce. Do you know what his net worth is? $10.7 billion. You know who turned down an interview to Time Magazine just a month ago? Kamala Harris. You know what he bought Time Magazine for? $190 million. Do you know how many subscribers Time Magazine had when he bought him? 4 million. Do you know how many subscribers Time Magazine has today? 1.6 million.
Wow.
Do you know WAPO, when Bezos came out and says, I don't give a shit if I lose subscribers, 2.5 million subscribers, he says, I'm not endorsing Kamala. Overnight loses 200,000 subscribers, bunch of employees. LA Times loses employees. 200 papers, including USA Today, who typically would have endorsed the left, said we're not doing it. Comcast came out. They're like, look, all these other businesses we own, they're performing. Roku, performing. All these other guys are performing. Does anybody want to buy MSNBC? And I was like, no. Does anybody want to buy CNN? No, we don't want to buy them. By the way, CNN and MSNBC, celebrity people that get up there and thinking you're very important, your salary's been declining because they're no longer making money. And a reason why you're seeing these CNN people bashing Kamala, showing a clip that one page is her doing what John Kerry did in 2004, I believe, the flip-flop and stuff. Why are they doing it? If you don't, you're out of business. If you're out of business, no one's paying you. These people that are watching, they're just saying, who can I trust? No wonder Rogan's the #1 podcast in the world in 94 countries. Because people trust the guy. Tucker is 2-3. Theo Vaughn, maybe one of the best podcasters out there. Funny as hell. Top 5. This guy Sean Ryan coming out there doing interviews, blowing up all over the place. Yourself. All these guys, why are people going to them? The market is shifting, disruption at the highest level. And a lot of these guys are used to doing this. We just got a report right now. They don't know how to do this. And American people just want to do this because you know what this is? By the way, if we right now were having dinner, our dinner sounds like a podcast. People would sit there and say, wow, what was that all about? It's a great conversation. This is what America and the world is begging for.
Yo!
Mainstream, they're done with you. You are manipulating and they're done. The market is no longer working and they're walking away. Not because we have some fancy degrees, because people trust being real and sincere. Very simple, and the market's always right.
So as this major shift takes place, I'm like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. So dope. There was a point there I was gonna make. I was gonna make a point and then I forgot what I was gonna say. What was he talking about? I don't remember. Fuck, dude. I hate when that happens. That's part of the podcast thing too. Sometimes you just fucking flippity floppity. Don't remember what you're gonna say. I had a point there. There was a point somewhere in there that I was gonna make, and then I kept it rolling because he was on a roll, and now I forgot what that point was. Something about how we're the future of the news or something. Whatever. It was a good clip. We'll just keep rolling. We'll just keep rolling. Something about trust. There was like a trust thing. I don't remember what it was. CNN will begin layoffs. We'll see hundreds of them. They're dying, dude. It's amazing to see the death of this this machine, and that's what when you see the rhetoric is like. it's like what they don't realize is they're increasing their crazy rhetoric, and they're getting crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. And as a result, people are like leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving. You even saw there's a clip right out that just came out recently where Joe Rogan was talking about. He's like, man, I thought Obama was solid, but I realized he's a kook. He's over there saying, like, trying to talk about the fine people hoax, and like, it's like, whoa, you're just doing propaganda. What these guys are doing, it's like they're waking up. Even I mean, if you guys haven't been tracking, Joe Rogan loves Obama. Not anymore though. Now he's like, nope. I see through it. It takes a while sometimes for these people to wake up, but they're waking up. And as they do, these organizations are dying, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope to see it. I really wish I'd remembered what I was going to say. Fuck.
So in terms of...
So as that happens, the question then is, what replaces it? And it's one of the reasons I'm like, I really got to make a presence on X, because X seems to be the replacement of the mainstream media, the mainstream news. So CNN is gone, Fox is gone, OAN is gone, MSNBC is gone, NBC is gone, BBC is gone. It's all gone. They're all gone. No one's listening to those. No one likes those. They realize they're propaganda. They realize they're fake and contrived. And what's replaced all of that is really one platform, X. X seems to be the replacement of that. Now, maybe you say that's good. Maybe you say that's bad. I prefer a diversity. I think it'd be better if there was a diversity. But the way it stands, looking at the situation that we're in, X is the platform for the news. So if you're going to be about truth, if you're going to be about honesty and truth, and being a truth seeker and a truth finder and a truth speaker, this is the platform, it seems like. What replaces it? Decentralized? Yeah, so here's the problem, Tetragrammatron, is the... I don't like... So you would want a decentralized news, but as it is now, it's consolidated. It's consolidated to X. And you see... You know, we try to break off and do Gab or Truth Social, but that's sort of this weird little echo chamber. It doesn't really work very well. You see the breaking off. Where are they going to right now? Blue Sky. All the lefties, I think, are going to like Blue Sky or some shit. Which, by the way, that's like a lefty version of Gab. They went there and immediately got bombarded with child porn. And they're like, whoa! All these lefties came and all the child porn came. Yeah, because you guys are flooded with kid fuckers. So it's like Salty says, you're just kid fuckers. So that's obviously what you are. Destiny. That's why your mouth moves like that, because something's fucking wrong with you. So their big problem right now is X. This is the big problem, and they won't stop talking about it. And right now, even things like with Alex Jones is losing InfoWars. That whole thing with The Onion was wild. I don't know if you were tracking any of that. Like The Onion tried to steal the platform, try to steal InfoWars, but they did it illegally, and they lied to the judge. And then the judge finds out, oh, you fucking lied to me? And then flipped everything around, and now there's lawsuits going back and forth. It was wild. It was a wild week for InfoWars. But during that whole process, Elon Musk has to get brought into that because they're trying to take away his X platform. They're trying to take away his X channel. And they're like, he's going, well, how does this work? He needs to know legally, how does this work? Because he doesn't want to let the government control who can and cannot be on X. But now we're in this weird legal situation with Alex Jones. It's a whole fucking quagmire. So X is the battleground. X is the battleground. You know it's the battleground because these guys who are getting their asses kicked in the information war won't shut the fuck up about it.
Disinformation and cyber attacks and all the things that are happening, influencing elections. I think it's a serious problem. And I think the use of social media is basically amplifying everything that is being done by bot factories, and I'm very much in favor of freedom of speech, but I'm not necessarily convinced that what Mr. Musk is doing on X is the right approach. I'm very much in favor of freedom of speech, but there is a lot of things on Twitter that is not helping our societies at all.
But you're not talking about the women going nuts, talking about killing their fucking husbands with poison. You're not talking about the pushing to castrate their own sons. No, you're talking about people who want freedom. Okay, fuck off.
It's big.
It would help if we could.
I think in a normal country, we would say, hold on a second, maybe we need to have a different set of regulations for social media platforms now that they're this big.
It would help if we could regulate social media, because one of the biggest offenders is D.C. and Congress have not been able to do one thing in regard to the rogue corporations of social media.
And then moves them through YouTube videos, through podcasts, moves them from that annoyance all the way slowly to a full-blown fascist politic. We don't have the equivalent of Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson to move that man in a feminist direction.
Go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
It's hard not to like him. This is what I was going to say. I knew there was a point I was going to make. So they talked about Joe Rogan. They said, and the left wants a Joe Rogan. And this is one of the craziest things. There's a clip out there where one of these montages where the lady's like, is like, well, we need our own version of Joe Rogan. No, you can't. You don't understand how this works. Like, you can't have your own version of Joe. What you just want what they mean is, you just want a leftist shill who will repeat all of the fucking deep state talking points. That's never going to work. The reason Joe Rogan works is because he's fucking genuine. You can tell. The reason Red Dawn Radio works is I'm genuine. You know what I believe. I'm not getting up here and I'm not regurgitating talking points. I'm not just echoing different shit. If I agree with it, I'll say why I agree with it. And if I disagree with it, I'll tell you why I disagree with it. And like, yeah, I got my positions or whatever. But at the same time, like, there's a genuineness about it. And they just want it. They want to manufacture a leftist Joe Rogan. And you're like, it will never work. That's what you have with Destiny. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. Nobody's going to watch him because nobody trusts him because he's full of shit. Space Power Yvonne coming through with some hard ass shit right here. Rest in peace, you missed choppers. You are with Jesus in the kingdom of God. We did it. We did it. We did it, bro. You didn't get a chance to see it. You didn't get a chance to see it, friend. You didn't get a chance to see it, but we did it. We did it. Oh, good old Axe Truth. Axe Truth, he was a fellow podcaster. He died. He ended up dying before he got to see this. It's one of our boys. One of our boys took him. He went down. How did he die? I forget what he there's like a conspiracy. The deep state took him down, but I don't think that's what happened. He died like super suddenly. But it wasn't the vax that killed him. I don't think he was vaccinated. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Joe Rogan was left. So was RFK Jr. So was Tulsi Gabbard. So was everybody. Everybody was left. So this is Terry. I knew back in 2008, as soon as we saw the 22-inch wheels on the presidential limo, we were in big trouble. What are you talking? I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Musk suffered a...
Look at this. Look at the way they're trying to paint this. This is why you're dead. You want to know why the mainstream media is dead? Because of this. What I want you to try to imagine, what world do they live in? What world are they seeing? Because they are not seeing what I see. I don't even know how to see what they're seeing. I'm trying to be like, what the fuck are you watching? What clips are you looking at? What do they see? And now the other chat I missed. I missed another chat. Let me see. Oh. Sorry, Ivan. Hell yeah. Don't care. Still voting Trump 2024. There you go, buddy. Sorry about that, dude. Sorry about that, big dog. So what are they seeing? Try to make this make sense. This fucking craziness that's about to come out of this guy's mouth.
Well, Elon Musk suffered a humiliating demotion tonight by Donald Trump. The theory that Elon Musk might become, in effect, a co-president or the real president, while Donald Trump, in effect, retires to a life of golfing.
What the fuck are you talking about? What gives you that impression? You know what the real plan is? Elon Musk is going to become the president of the United States and Donald Trump's going to retire to golf. There's not a single fucking thing that's been said or presented in any form or fashion that would suggest that nonsense. But he just goes and says it like that was the plan. That was the plan.
Well, Elon Musk suffered a humiliating demotion tonight by Donald Trump. The theory that Elon Musk might become, in effect, a co-president or the real president, while Donald Trump, in effect, retires to a life of golfing, suffered a significant setback tonight when Donald Trump announced that he would give Elon Musk a job that does not exist and will last at most 18 months. And worst of all, Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, was assigned a working partner who, like Musk, has also never worked in government before, Vivek Ramaswamy, who's not even a billionaire. Elon Musk.
What? What are you saying? He's not even a billionaire. Like, this is fucking crazy.
Didn't even get his own press release from Donald Trump. He had to share it with Vivek Ramaswamy. Elon Musk got the first shared press release of any of Donald Trump's appointment announcements. Even the Fox host, who isn't even the richest person at Fox, got his own press release from Donald Trump when Donald
They call him the Fox host. We'll talk about that a little bit. The Fox host. Oh, you mean the fucking decorated war veteran who's hella educated? Okay, you're right. The Fox host. The white supremacist neo-Nazi tattoos that are totally just regular old Christian tattoos. That guy? Listen how fucking petty he is, though. Vivek, who's not even a billionaire. What? Nobody fucking cares, dude. Least of all, the fucking dude shooting rockets into space. He doesn't care. He's not like, huh. You never get the impression from Elon Musk that he's like, oh, I don't want to be seen with the rabble. No, I don't want to be touched by your millionaire hands. No, you don't ever get that impression. And then this goes on, dude. This goes on for 8 fucking minutes. 8.5 minutes of that nonsense. And you wonder why nobody listens to you anymore. Johnny Cohanger says, here's the real plan. A liberal commie piss us all off and we slaughter them. Anyone? They're working on it. Fontes says, I'm no longer a 20-aire. I'm no longer a 20-aire. I'm 1,000-aire.
Have an electorate, 70 million plus, that will be voting for a man who said he was going to assassinate for treason the chairman of the Joint Chiefs because he didn't support him on January the 6th, who has said just in the recent days he was going to execute Liz Cheney with a firing squad, 9 guns pointed and shooting at her face. A man who has said that he was going to shut down CBS because he didn't like how they edited an interview. A man who said he was going to be a dictator from day one. A man who said he was going to terminate the Constitution. A man who said he was going to use the Army and he was going to use the National Guard on his political opponents. I literally could.
Oh, I know you can. You made a career out of it. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. That fucking shill.
But that jamboree happening right now, you see it there on your screen, in that place is particularly chilling Because in 1939, more than 20,000 supporters of a different fascist leader, Adolf Hitler, packed the Garden for a so-called pro-America rally.
That's why we're getting rid of you guys. This is crazy.
All right. I think that I'd like to reframe the conversation. What's wrong with America? I think choose as a candidate and support a candidate who is an insurrectionist, who is an election denier, who is someone who is twice impeached, 34-time convicted felon, someone who has been accused of alleged sexual misconduct by 26 women, found liable for sexual abuse. What is wrong with this country?
What is wrong with you, you psychopaths? You are not watching the same thing. And here we go. Here's the best one. That's not the best one. This leads into the next conversation.
Well, it must be the worst nomination for a cabinet position in American history. I think this is something that falls well outside the...
Anyway, fuck it. We're going to move on. I'm sitting here like, enough of these idiots. You get the idea. You get the fucking idea. These guys, there's a reason they're dying. There's my wife asked me, she's like, why do you talk about what the left is doing? Why do you care about that? And I said, this is a good point. It's important to understand what the enemy is saying. It's important to understand why these fucking weirdos all over Twitter and TikTok and Instagram, why they're going insane. And if you don't listen to the crazy rhetoric coming out of mainstream media, you won't understand what's going on with these people. Because they actually believe what they believe. They actually believe that Donald Trump is literally Hitler. And you say, why would they believe that? Well, because they sat there and played a clip of the Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden and said that he's reenacting that. That's why they think that. I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a major shift in the United States is in terms of media. I really think that what's going to happen, because the media is the main problem for all of this. If you want to know why are we in the situation we're in? The media, again, 5th generation warfare, information warfare is the big tank on the battlefield. Those guys are the main weapons in information warfare. And I think at the end of this, they get dismantled. Something happens. Something's going to happen where these guys are going to be forced to say what the truth is. They're either going to come clean or they're going to disappear. I don't exactly know what's going to happen, but there's no fucking way these guys are going to be able to continue with this propaganda because it's killing the country. It's ripping the country in half. It's the main driving force, and all of them are in lockstep. So I don't know how the shift is going to happen, but it's going to happen for sure. We got it. What do we got? An hour left. How much do I got to get through? Oof, it's going to be rough. I wanted to make the show. I debate every single fucking Monday as I'm putting this together. I wanted this to be a 2-hour show. I'm sick of going to bed at like 12:30, 12:45 at night. I want to go to bed at a normal hour. And I'm always like, a 2-hour show. I could never fucking do it. I could never, ever, ever, ever get it to work. So 3 hours it is. You're welcome. So this is why they're panicked. This is why they're panicked, because there is a major movement happening, a major dismantling of the United States of America, the deep state, the government, not the United States of America as the good parts, but the bad parts. The corporation known as the United States of America. That shit's going away. You want to hear Stephen Bannon? He's going to say it. He's going to say it. He's going to put it in words. He's going to put it in perfect words for us.
You step to the mic over here, Mr. Bannon, right here. Right here, Mr. Bannon. The microphone's right here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You talked to President Trump since the election.
The people rendered their verdict on all this lawfare on last Tuesday, 1 week ago. And like I have worked on for years and years and years, the whole country came together. Working class people all over came together, and they rejected what's going on in this court and what's going on with President Trump. The lawfare of Tish James and Alvin Bragg and Jack Smith and Merrick Garland has been rejected by a landslide by the American people. So the one thing I have to say to Merrick Garland, Lisa Monaco, Jack Smith, Tish James, Alvin Bragg, you wait. The hunted are about to become the hunters. Thank you very much.
Oh, shit. The hunted are about to become the hunters. That's important to understand. You start looking at these cabinet picks is what we're going to get into. You ready for this? Let's look at this clip. You guys going to want to pay attention. For all you guys barely paying attention, lurking, you're going to want to pay attention to this one. You're going to love it.
Nancy.
Hold on. Let me turn this up.
Nancy.
Hi. Prison time's coming soon. Be ready. 9-1-7.
That is fucking cold. Nancy. Prison time's coming soon. Be ready. That's so good. Jada, we appreciate your sacrifice, monkey. Now quit your bitching. Yeah, I know. It's fucking it's good. I try. I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna do I'm gonna tell the guys, because you'll understand. You'll be like, yeah, it's fine. You would do a 2-hour show, that's fine. But then I'm like, oh fuck, I build these big long shows I can never get through. So let's look at these administration picks so far. This may be an outdated, there may even be more than this, but Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Attorney General Matt Gaetz, that's a fucking awesome one. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, that's also another good one. Homeland Security Security is Kristi Noem. National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, they're really fucking angry about that. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, that's another good one. CIA Director John Ratcliffe, White House Chief of Staff Susie Willis, EPA Administration Lee Zeldin, Ambassador to the United Nations Elsa Stefanski. I don't know if I like that chick very much. I'm not super hyped on her. White House Counsel Bill McGinley, Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, Border Czar Tom Homan. We're going to talk about him. He's fucking awesome. Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee. Governor of Efficiency Advisors, Elon Musk, and Vivek Middle East Envoy, Steve Witkoff. Some of these I don't know, but we'll talk about the ones I do know that I like. This is interesting, right? We were talking earlier about, like, hey, learn to speak, learn common ground. What have we talked about so far? The left via their people on Twitter and their MSNBC counterparts, they want division. They want a divided America. They want you to not talk to your spouse and then not talk to your friends and not talk to your family. And they want you to hate the other person. And they want you to hate MAGA supporters. They want hate. Trump does this amazing thing. Look at this. Bernie Sanders. Trump does not like Bernie Sanders. He's made it very, 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 very clear. He thinks he's a fucking loon. Trump hates socialism. He has a lot to say about socialism, how it leads to communism, how it never works, how it's ultimately foolish, how it runs antithetical to America, all these things he said. And yet you see this. Bernie Sanders, I look forward to working with the Trump administration on fulfilling his promise to cap credit card interest at 10%. We cannot continue to allow big banks to make record profits by ripping off Americans by charging them 20 to 30% interest rates. That is usury. What Donald Trump has the ability to do, and this is really this is a testament to his businessman, and it's a testament to, if you understand his book, The Art of the Deal. He could look at Bernie Sanders and not be like, you're a fucking enemy, which he is. He really is. Everything that he stands for is fucking wrong and stupid. But he could look at him and say, this and this I like and I agree with. I could use that. It's totally different than the way any other politician works. The way all the politicians work in DC is you oppose your rival on everything. You never cross the aisle. You never, and he looks at like RFK Jr. He doesn't like a lot of RFK Jr.'s policies. Shit, I don't like a lot of RFK Jr.'s policies. But he sat there and he said, I like what you believe on health. I like that a lot. Here, I'm going to put you in charge of that. I think this is a testament of a true statesman and a true just awesome businessman. Great leader to be able to look at an individual and say, okay, we disagree on a lot of things, but let me find how I could use you in my administration. Oh, you want to put a 10%, you want to cap credit cards at a 10% interest rate? I think that's a great idea, Bernie. Here, there's a spot for you on the team. And what it's done is, under the Trump umbrella, he's united the country. I mean, look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's not a fucking Republican. He is now. RFK Jr. is not a Republican. He is now. Elon Musk not a Republican. He is now. Tulsi Gabbard not a Republican. He is now. She is now. Right? He's brought the conservatives and the Republicans and the black and the white and the Asian and the women and all of them underneath this big umbrella called America. It's really fucking amazing. And what's so horrible is the mainstream media constantly ridicules him, but you got to be able to step back and go, dude, what this guy's done is fucking amazing. It's an amazing feat what we are witnessing from this dude's administration. It's crazy. We've never seen anything like it. I mean, fucking Bernie Sanders, who he openly criticizes on the regular, is like, yeah, I got a place for you. I like that position. Come on, help me draft this bill, Bernie. That's amazing. Fucking amazing. This is interesting. Talking about J.D. Vance. I don't know much about this. I wanted to share it just to have it out there. This is from Glenn Beck. It says, Senate Insider explains how J.D. Vance could still effectively serve as Senate Majority Leader if John Thune obstructs a MAGA mandate. There was a little-known procedure in the Senate that gives the Majority Leader the right to be recognized on the floor first. Who decides to recognize them? The person sitting in the chair at the front of the room. That chair belongs to J.D. Vance. Anybody else sitting in that chair is borrowing his seat. He can walk in the room, kick them out, take the seat, and recognize whoever he wants who is going to move President Trump's nominees. He can actually decide who is running the show. I have no idea what he's talking about or how that works, but I think that's interesting information. Thought I'd share it. Thanks, Glenn Beck. Moving along. Moving along. Some of you guys might understand that more than me, but very interesting. This girl, Anna Hobb, emerges as the front runner for the press secretary. Little bummed. I was hoping for Alex Jones. Didn't happen. That's okay. That's okay. Probably gonna be this chick. I think he always picks girls, right? Because we want to look at pretty girls anyway. This is really cool. I talked about this.
I don't know where you stand on politics, and this isn't a stance about the left or the right, but did you hear this? It's incredible. Regenerative farmer Joel Salatin just announced that I've been contacted by the Trump transition team to hold some sort of position within the USDA and have accepted one of the 6 advisors to the secretary spots. For those of you who don't know him, direct from his bio, Joel Salatin calls himself a Christian libertarian, environmentalist, capitalist, lunatic farmer. Others who like him call him the most famous farmer in the world, the high priest of the pasture, the most eclectic thinker from Virginia since Thomas Jefferson. Those who don't like him call him a bioterrorist, typhoid Mary, charlatan, and starvation advocate. And with a room full of debate trophies from high school and college days, 15 published books, and a thriving multi-generational family farm, he's as comfortable moving cows in a pasture as addressing CEOs in a Wall Street business conference. Folks, this is huge. With RFK Jr. and Joel Salatin working on food quality and chronic disease, and Elon Musk and Ron Paul addressing government efficiency, this could be an interesting 4 years.
So, Joe Salatin, I'm a huge fan of his. Some of you guys, I heard you didn't like him, people talking shit. I really like him. I think when it comes to farms, he's the best in the world. If you want to look more at what he's about, you want to look into polyface farming. I've talked about it many times on the show. But the fact that he's part of the USDA, that's amazing, dude. That's crazy. It's called the Constitution. Caroline Levitt was already selected. Okay. Is that the chick who's in the whatever the press secretary? Is that who that was? I can't remember her name. I just wanted the press secretary to be Alex Jones. I was really wanting that. I even tweeted Trump. I said, "Hey, this is the will of the people, man. We want @real Alex Jones." Kill Bill Gates. What is this, Johnny Cohen here? Kill Bill Gates and give the land back to farmers that were strong-armed into giving up their property. That was a typo. I need another beer. So RFK Jr. is sort of talking about that, but in terms of China, which would mean Bill Gates too. They kind of run hand in hand. But I got a clip where I'll show where he talks about that. Depending if I get there, I might get there tomorrow. He picked Caroline Levitt as press secretary. She's 26 years old. Is that who I said, or was she the front? I said front runner. I don't know. All I know is I wanted. Who did I say? Oh, Anna Hobbs. Okay. All I know. So he picked that other chick. I don't know, man. All I know is if you didn't pick Alex Jones, you fucked up. Because that would have been great. That would have been awesome. But this is a big one too. CIA director, whatever. Boom, boom, bloom. This is interesting. This would be an interesting pick. We'll see. I would love Dan Bongino to be in there. This is funny. Breaking. CNN reports that sources within the FBI's orbit have expressed serious concerns about Kash Patel potentially being named the next director of the Bureau. Kash is frightening at the Bureau, with one source citing fears that he could use the position to target Trump's political enemies, declassify sensitive information, purge career civil servants. What is the deal with this? Did this go through? I didn't read his name on that list. I saw this and then it sort of disappeared. I saw it, but I think he did officially announce something on Twitter, right? For Kash? Anybody? Good, thank you. Pretty sure that this was like Trump announced this. I don't know if it was like official though. Said he was considering it. Tweak is alive. Yeah, Tweak is alive. Anyway, if this is the case, there's some clips I love.
You need a 24/7 declassification office, whatever you want to call it. Transparency, truth, whatever, I don't care. Sits in the White House, reports directly to you, and you take incoming from the United States of America. I want JFK. I want the 9/11 files. I want this. I want that. All the FBI, and this is a tool, this is something we didn't cover. What the deep state uses the most to cover up their corruption is an illegal application of the classification system. Remember the Lovebirds text from, this is a beauty, the Lovebirds text from FBI, DOJ land, Russiagate, Strzok and Page were texting each other. They were running the Russiagate investigation against Trump. They were the head of the counterintelligence unit at the FBI. And they're having an extramarital affair together. Can't make this stuff up. They're sending each other texts about how much they hate Trump and are going to create an insurance policy.
Anyway, it gets all redacted. Here's another clip.
I want the American people to have enough ammunition of the truth that they are the ones that enact the accountability in Washington, D.C. That is how you see a sea change. I know the people that, guys like me, may take self-fulfillment in seeing that guy or that gal go to prison for breaking the law. But that is not going to fix Washington, D.C.
You don't think so?
Not alone.
You don't think that's an important piece of the puzzle here, is to hold these people accountable, prosecute them, imprison them, maybe more? It's an example, and as an example to everybody that's coming after them. If you do this, we're coming for you, and this is what's going to happen.
I agree in full that it's a big piece of it, but it won't fix the next man up behind them. unless you can combine that piece with educating America that this is going on writ large.
So, the conversation originally was that dude was going to be some sort of important spot in the FBI. One of the things that, Crack brought up originally was like, hey, he doesn't have an intelligence background, though. Could be a problem for him to head the CIA, not FBI, CIA, head the CIA if he doesn't have an intelligence background. I don't know. All I know is he was in the conversation. Look for him to be placed somewhere, and you can already tell wherever it's going to be, he's going to fucking wreak havoc. So I'm pretty excited about that. This
number
guy
ends in an odd number.
This clip is making its way around. They're trying to say it's fucking crazy. Has your guys' fucking Twitter been crazy? My Twitter feed has been bombarded with lefties ever since Trump won the election. It's like, I don't know if it's the bot farm, I don't know what it is, but it's like all of these lefties, like, and it's not just lefties who are like reeing and screaming. It's like lefties actually posting stuff and be like, see, Trump is literally Hitler. See, Trump is doing this. Trump is going to ruin the country. I'm like, where the fuck did you people come from? How did you get on my feed? Ever since the election, it's been something happened where these fucking shitbags got activated hard. What is this? What is this, Ivan? Did Elon Musk posted this? I can't believe this is Trump's new press secretary. Yeah, he always picks pretty women. He's like, which is kind of cool. He's like, if I want like there to be a forward facing part of my organization, I'm going to make sure it's a beautiful woman. And I'm like, I get that. And I don't disagree with you. What was that name? McEnany? Whatever. She was fucking awesome. Smart as fuck and gorgeous. So this is coming out. This is one of these ones. You can see right here, Bro-Rilla. People have been paying into Social Security since they've been working all their adult lives. So you want to cut the benefits of savings based on odd and even numbers. I'm trying to say that he's not having not that Vivek here is trying to say, here's how we're going to cut Social Security. That's not true. And here's the thing with all these lefties that have been coming on Twitter, they're fucking lying. And you're like, that's not true. You guys are lying. First of all, where the fuck did you come from? How did you all of a sudden storm my Twitter feed by the thousands? And second of all, you guys are all fucking full of shit. Every one of your clips is like this. He is not talking about cutting the Social Security program. He's talking about firing government employees in a way that's fair.
If your Social Security number ends in an odd number, you're out. If it ends in an even number, you're in. There's a 50% cut right there. Of those who remain, if your Social Security number starts in an even number, you're in. And if it starts with an odd number, you're out. Boom. That's a 75% reduction, done literally stochastically.
Which, I don't have a problem with that. That sucks. That sucks if you're on the shit end of that list, but I'm like, good. Get rid of them. Hell yeah.
I'm going to go right in through executive.
A lot of guys don't like Vivek. And look, I agree. He's got a funny little background. He has like a pharmaceutical background. And I'm not a huge fan of that. But what I do is I have to judge people by what they're saying. And I fucking love the energy. I love what they're saying. Right here, he's talking about executive orders, using executive actions like this. He's like this. I'm going to say, for saving time, I'm just going to tell you what he says. In this one, he's like, look, here's the problem. The deep state was created by executive order. So we have to dismantle it by executive order. So you're going to sit there and say, your executive orders, you can't rule through executive order. Right. But you got to understand the way that these organizations, these 499 bureaucracies were created were via executive order. They didn't come out naturally. They're not in the Constitution. So if we're going to get rid of them, we're going to have to use the same weapon system, is essentially what he's saying. And I like that. I also like this right here. This is really good. What the fuck? Where did it go? No, these are a lot of the executive orders. Whatever. I'm going to possible executive orders. I really like this right here. This wins me over. This wins me over big.
Reject the impulse. It's
because what he's saying here is exactly what happens every time if a Democrat wins, they give into this impulse. If a Republican wins, they give into this impulse. And he said, you got to reject this impulse. What's this impulse? Well, listen, I'm going to tell you.
Reject the impulse. It's going to happen in the next 4 years. We will face temptation to say that we want to replace that left-wing nanny state with a right-wing nanny state. The right answer to that question is hell no. The right answer is to dismantle the nanny state. We will face the temptation to say we want to replace the left-wing regulatory state with a right-wing regulatory state. The right answer to that is hell no. We want to dismantle the regulatory state. We will face the temptation to say, hey, we want to staff the bureaucracies with our own people and claim that we want to reform them. No. The right answer is to get in there and shut down the bureaucracy. That's how we save this country. That's what our founding fathers fought for in 1776. And if we do, then we don't have to be this nation in decline anymore that we've become.
I hate that he clearly is influenced by Obama in his way of speaking, and it really drives me crazy. But I agree with that. So you're telling me that girl that was walking was just the ringside girl to the Tyson fight? I don't know. Do you think I fucking know? Dude, look, do you think I pay attention? You think I pay attention to some random ass bitch? I don't know who that chick is. I don't care. I don't fucking care who some random press secretary, some woman I never heard of. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't making babies with her. There's only one chick I pay attention to, and it ain't a ringside chick. Tweak is in the chat. What's up, Tweak? Fucking hey, Tweak. Where are you at? Let me see what you're talking about. Yeah, Tweak, bro, we prayed for you, man, and called you to see how you were doing, and in the beginning of the show made fun of you. Your fucking face looks awesome. You're going to grow a fucked up beard. You're going to grow a fucked up beard. It's a good thing you like the clean shave, Tweak, because you are going to grow a fucked up beard. You're fucked. No, we're glad you're doing good, buddy. We're glad you're doing good, man. It's always scary when someone goes down on a bike, man. They fucking kill you. They'll kill you. Fontes says, Vivek goes on to make that sound reasonable and eliminate discrimination lawsuits, then make sure the employee holds value and more critically has knowledge of our Constitution. Yeah, I like what he's saying, dude. Everything he's saying is really good. It's like you look at his background and you go, I don't like that background, but then you're like, but you actually make a lot of sense. I like what you're saying. I played this clip. This is the head of the Fed.
Hi, Victoria Guida with Politico. Some of the president-elect's advisors have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to leave, would you go?
No.
Can you follow up on, do you think that legally you're not required to leave?
No.
Yeah, I love that you said that, dude. Get my fucking man. Yeah, go ahead and fucking say that. That's how we get rid of you. We're going to put a fucking target on your stupid ass head. Tweak said, broke 7 ribs. Damn, Tweak. 7 ribs. Tweak, did you high side or low side? When your back end slid out, did you high side or low side? I thought you high sided because of the broken collarbone and the ribs, and it would be, you got fucking launched. But Terry was telling me if you have your hands up, you fucking can low side and you get all your ribs that way too. Oh, you high sided. I knew you fucking high sided. I was like, damn, collarbone and all his broken. He must have got fucking launched. High side. So for you guys that don't know, motorcycle wrecks, low sides, yeah, they suck. You get scraped up. High siding a bike is fucking the worst. It's the worst. It's like you get all the sliding, but it's like you jumped off the roof of a car first at like 90 miles an hour. You're like, let's just jump off the roof of this van. Yeah. Fuck, that's dangerous, dude. Ron Paul says, this week, Chairman Jerome Powell was asked if he would step down if President Trump asked him to resign. Powell answered, no. The law does not permit the president to fire the chairman. Well, Ron Paul's got something to say about that. Powell didn't mention, however, that the Federal Reserve is unconstitutional to begin with. No power was ever granted to the federal government to create monopoly bank that manipulates interest rates and counterfeits money. So the big issue is whether or not who has the authority over the other, the president or the federal chairman. This issue of the Federal Reserve should not exist at all. And we talked about this before. There was already an HR bill to end the Fed administered several months ago.
Time to end the feds. And from a unanimous vote from the X community to end the feds at 87%, U.S. Representative Thomas Massie from Kentucky, the Bluegrass State, let's go, 4th Congressional District, has just introduced a bill called End the Feds, Federal Reserve Board Abolish Act, H.R. 8421.
Now, that thing is not getting a lot of steam, but what it is, it's like a... Sorry about that. It is a... It's like when he put that forward, like, yeah, this is not going to go anywhere for sure. Nothing's going to happen. But in God's fortuitous timing, now it's like, oh, there's already... It's like you go in to slay the fucking dragon and you're like, oh, look at that. There's already a fucking sword on the ground. Let me pick this up. One of those situations. So it could be really good for us that bill was drafted. You could even have conspiracy mind and go, it's almost like they knew this day was coming. It's almost like they were prepping the objective, getting ready for this day. Don't know if you want to go down that road, but feel free. I tend to think it's serendipitous, but maybe it's all part of the plan. Isn't that right, Q? All part of the plan. So let's look at more of these dudes. Open. Lots to open here. Lots to open. Too much. Too much to open. Way too many fucking tabs to open for 30 minutes a show. But, fuck it. Let's go. But fuck it. What? Yeah, let's go. All right. Got that one. Got that. Oh, shit. Nope. Didn't get that one. What was that one? Oh, this was just they missed their audits. So Joe Rogan was laughing because the Pentagon has failed their audits. Hold on. They failed the last few audits. And Jamie and Joe Rogan look it up and they're like, oh, they've actually never passed an audit. They failed 100% of the audits they've ever had. That's fucking hilarious. That's hilarious. That is rules for thee, but not for me type shit. That's like, it's like if I fail an audit, you take my business, take my home, take my fucking freedom. If you fail every single audit, no, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Tweak says, I kept my pecker. Lucky I wasn't wearing my Mike Tyson interview pants. Oh, I know, dude. Those fucking pants are nuts. I'm all over the place with Mike Tyson right now. I don't know what's going on with that fight. Anyway, this is kind of funny.
The fact that the DOD has not passed an audit is not suggestive of waste, fraud, and abuse. That is completely false right there. So what is now it's a question of it's suggestive that we don't have an accurate inventory that we can pull up of what we have where. That is not the same as saying we can't do that because waste, fraud, and abuse has occurred.
That's waste.
How is that waste?
If I give you $1 billion and you can't tell me what happened to it, that to me is wasteful. That means you are not responsible.
Well, I'm trying to understand where you're trying to go, other than the dollars, which really bother you.
I'm not saying this is on you and that you caused this, but I think it's a tough argument to make.
I'm pretty sure I didn't cause it. Do you understand what an audit does? Go ahead. Give me your explanation.
No, I don't mind learning. So I am surprised at that the reaction to these questions are, you don't know what an audit is, bucko. Like, that's just weird to me.
Okay.
And that's sort of what we were talking about earlier, where it's like, hey, learn to have the conversation without being all emotional and attacking. It's like, but that's the real question. Hey, bitch, where the fuck is the money? Like, how come you don't know where billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars went? You're over there looking into my bank account, having the fucking IRS look into my bank account if I have anything over $600 in that motherfucker. And here you are. You can't keep track of, oh, there's $75 billion here that we can't account for. There's $1 trillion over here we don't know what happened to. There's $500 billion in this category that we're not really sure exactly where it went. So this guy's the new dude in charge. They put this guy in charge, and I fucking love him. I love this guy.
Get out. Get your kids out of government school systems right now, if you can. If you have any way, save money, move, get a second job, don't take the vacation, sell the boat, whatever, drive for Uber. Figure out what you need to do to get your kid out of the government school system, because it's about saving your kid right now. What I want to know is what's being pumped into the minds of those kids. And what you realize when you pull the curtain back over 100 years is the entire pipeline of our education system has been federalized intentionally. And taken over not just by like lefties or technocrats or bureaucrats. Everyone you meet through that timeline who's pushing hard on the shoulder on the plow of education is an atheist, a Marxist, or a socialist, or a humanist. A lot of them are humanists, which is
what's a humanist?
Humanist is basically a completely rejects Christianity or faith at all, and so it's all. Humanity is at the center of good and evil, right and wrong. It's effectively secularism posited as an alternative religion to Christianity. Oh. So it'll find politics as an avenue, and so humanists are often socialists or Marxists or communists alongside being a humanist. But it's the worship of mankind as the highest being, as opposed to God as the highest being. So they're all that's the train of people pushing this educational philosophy. And I used to think it started in the 60s. It actually goes back to the progressive era and even before that. But they very intentionally, the one thing they knew they had to remove from the beginning was God. God had to come out of the schools because God.
I like him. I fucking like him. That's a big win for me. That's a big yes. He's of all the characters that we are seeing, he is my favorite so far. What is this? The 1721 painting by Dees Knutson's prophetic. What is this? Oh, look at that. That's crazy. That is fucking wild, dude. Look at this. RFK Jr. holding the box. Fucking Trump Jr. holding the fries, and you go up there. Same thing. Hand on the knee. That's a wild fucking painting, dude. Damn, Ivan. How the fuck did you find that? He's got the black coat on. This is the one white coat and all the dark coats. That's fucking nuts, dude. Oh, man. Look at fucking Tyson. This was weird that they did this. This is like a ritual of humiliation ritual here for Tyson. Yeah, we'll talk about these fucking tattoos. You know I'm a fan of tattoos. These are dope tattoos too. That fucking what is it? Jerusalem cross right there. That's tight looking, dude. Very cool. Pete Hedgeseth has twice as many kids as me. Well, we're working on it. We're trying to increase the number, you know. We're working. Look at this. Look at the way and then we referenced this earlier. The Fox News host. He's just known as the Fox News host. All these lefties. The Fox News host. Oh, that's all you know about him. That's all he is.
Donald Trump just named a Fox News host as his Secretary of Defense for his incoming administration.
How long are you fucking retards going to keep acting like that's his entire CV? Because, yeah, if the only thing he'd ever done was be a media host, I'd agree he'd be unqualified. But you seem to leave out a few things, Harry. Like the fact he's a 20-year veteran of the United States Army, that he served as an infantry officer in both Iraq and Afghanistan, that he was awarded the Bronze Star twice, and that in addition to his 2 decades of service in the United States military, he also went to Princeton. Oh, and then on top of that, graduated the Harvard Business School. You want to talk unqualified secretaries of defense? Let's talk about this motherfucker, Ash Carter.
Anyway, I don't want to go into all that. Yeah, Ivan, I saw his name was Deez Knutson, and I knew that was a joke, but I thought the painting was real. Whether it was just a fucking joke of a whatever. You know what? I'm easy to make fun of. I'm up here fucking trying to run a show, and you're over cracking jokes on me. Claire up here says, Trump Secretary of Defense, are we supposed to pretend this isn't a swastika? No, turns out Claire's retarded. I looked into this. I didn't know exactly what it was. This is a Jerusalem cross. What does it represent? Christ is in the middle, and then you have Matthew, Mark, Luke, John around each side, the 4 Gospels. Oh, that's kind of tight. It's actually a really fucking cool looking symbol, especially when you do it big on the chest like that. It's like he goes up to the fucking Muslims and he goes, see this? Not welcome. You guys will get the reference. Why was he picked?
I was deemed an extremist because of a tattoo by my National Guard unit in Washington, D.C. And my orders were revoked to guard the Biden inauguration. Jerusalem cross tattoo, which is just a Christian symbol.
Is that
This is the one.
Is that the tattoo?
Yep, right here. This one is what got me disinvited. I'd never had orders revoked before. I mean, listen, it's a standard deal. You remember after January 6th, everyone was in Washington, D.C. Like Nancy Pelosi had the parking garages full of National Guardsmen. My commander called me a day before, tepidly, and was like, Major, you can just stand down. We don't need it. We're good. I'm like, what do you mean? Everybody's there. He's like, no, he couldn't tell me. When I was writing the book, I reached out to somebody in the unit who could confirm with 99.9% certainty because he was in the meetings and on the emails. Nope. Someone inside the DC Guard trolled your social media, found a tattoo, used it as an excuse to call you a white nationalist, an extremist, and you were specifically by name orders revoked to guard the inauguration.
Wow. That's Pete Hegseth, our...
So, he's targeted. This is going to be, you're going to see a theme. Shadowlay says, this is the exact same faggotry that the vermin hate watchers use to call us Nazis. I know, they take all of our imagery. They try to say the pure blood symbol on your screen right there, that was a Nazi symbol. It's like, motherfucker, 451 made that. Like, he made that, that logo. Like, we know it's not a Nazi symbol. It's like one of the oldest Christian crosses there is. The P stands for Christ, even though you're like, it doesn't start with P. Well, it's fucking Latin. Calm down. It's Greek. I mean, Latin. Calm down. It ain't English. So we'll talk about the homeless epidemic here. That's an interesting one. Let's talk about. Oh, you son of a bitch!
On your heating
Fuck you, Rumble.
The Nazis' rise to power has everyone a little anxious, Dietrich.
The Nazis.
The Nazis.
The story of history is the story of invasions. One group of people moving into someone else's land and taking it.
You know what? I'm going to play that for time. Fucking, you're being invaded. That's a big issue. Let's see what Trump has to say about that. Who did he put in charge of that? Who's the border czar? That's where we're going. This guy.
A way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
I got him real angry. What? Yeah. One of the things Trump said that I fucking love this. He's taken away like, no. If you're fucking coming across the border and you have a kid in this country, we're not giving him automatic citizenship anymore. That shit is fucking done. Get out of here. You find that little fucking loophole. No, fuck that. If you illegal son of a bitches come across this border and have a kid, he's still fucking Mexican. Get back over there. I love that. Hell yeah.
I got a message. As a guy who spent 34 years deporting illegal aliens, I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law. You better start packing now. You're damn right. Because you're going home. I got another message to the criminal cartels in Mexico. You smuggled enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. And that's when President Trump gets back in office. He's going to designate you a terrorist organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done.
So there's this rumor going around. I don't know if he said it. He mentioned about activating special operations, and you're like, what does he mean by that? Because the Green Berets, they're a tier 2 element working around South America. Are you going to use those guys? And there's a big conversation right now with the veteran community, or the active duty guys that are kind of active on social media. And they're like, he's openly talking about using tier 1 assets to go after drug cartels. And I would just say this. If CAG guys are coming after you, you're fucking done, dude. It's just like, if they're hunting you, if he activates tier 1 operators to hunt down these cartel members and just gives them free reign, says, yeah, fucking go after them. Go after your fucking drug dealers. They're all yours. Free reign. That's not going to take very long. Motherfuckers had better retire, dude. They better find a new job like that. If you're a drug lord right now in South America, find a new job. Be like, save some money up. Be like, okay, you know what? Now's the time to retire. Maybe I should start a car washing business or something. But you need to get out of the drug game now, right now, because when these guys get activated, it ain't like them Honduras special forces, dog. These dudes will hunt you. They'll hunt you and they'll find you. The problem is, the only thing that holds these guys back is politicians. They'll find anybody, anywhere, and kill them in the middle of the night. Okay, it's fucking dangerous shit. These guys are crazy. And they have access. I mean, when you look about like technology, surveillance, like, dude, we'll find you anywhere you are on the planet. The global war on terror has made it so we can find anybody, anywhere, at any time, and go into their house at night and kill them. Anybody. Not even a hard mission. And yeah, if these guys are, and the only thing that holds them back is fucking politicians. Say, no, we can't do that. We can't. So if Trump is saying, no, I'm letting the leash off my dogs, you're fucked, dude. You were, yeah, no, dude, FN Super Trucker. I'm right there. I'm like, yeah, good. About fucking time. It's about time. It'll be fucking amazing, dude.
Look, they gave me 5 minutes to say a few things, so if I offend anybody tonight, I don't give a shit.
I fucking love this dude. There's all these clips. You can go there. They're in the show notes. You can go see him yourself. He is all types of fucking piss and vinegar, dude. He doesn't give a fuck. Which is he is exactly who you want to clean this shit up. Exactly. There's this clip here. I'll kind of tell you. I'm not going to play it. I'll shorten it up and tell you. So there's these Democrat politicians, these Democrat governors and mayors who are like, no, you're not clearing out my aliens. You're not coming in to get my citizens. I'll fight you. They're saying crazy shit. And he's like, get the fuck out of the way or get run over. It's like, get out of the way or get run over. If you think you're going to stop us, we'll just send 3 times, 4 times as many agents. We will flood your streets with our agents, but we are getting these people out. We don't give a shit what you think. Yeah, it's tight, dude. It's tight. The governors, they're always like fat fucks, too. Fat old fucks. I'll stand up for my people. You will get run over, bitch.
Let me just start with Tulsi Gabbard, because you served as the CIA director for 4 years. What would having her in charge or in the role of director of national intelligence mean for the intelligence apparatus of the U.S. government?
I think there's so much uncertainty about what Ms. Gabbard would bring to the job. As you pointed out, she has been an apologist for Vladimir Putin and Bashar al-Assad. So many of her substantive comments, as well as previous actions, have called into question whether or not she has a good understanding of global politics and the U.S. role there.
Oh, the U.S. role you want. The U.S. role that you see us for the fucking major cog in the New World Order machine. No, she's not about that. Because she's not like a fucking crazy hater of Putin. They always say she's a spy. Like, if there's any sauce for that, she would be in prison. Trust me. She's kind of badass, though. Look at this. It's fucking awesome. I have a hard time with alpha women because I want, and I don't have, that's not a right way to say it, because I don't have a hard time with alpha women. My wife lifts weights and is fucking awesome. But it's like, I want my men to be warriors. But I'm a fan of like the shield maiden attitude, but I wouldn't want her to go to war for me. You know what I'm saying? Like Tulsi Gabbard, as awesome as you are, and you're fucking awesome. You're a hottie too. You're a baddie for sure. If we got paired up in the foxhole together, I would be like, fuck. But that being said, I like it. I like the warrior mentality. I just don't want you to actually go to war. I like you having that warrior spirit. That's fucking awesome. Super sexy. But I just don't want you to go to war. So maybe people have a hard time with that. I'm a patriarchist. What do you want from me?
Are the undeniable facts.
Where are we at time-wise? Fuck, should I just find a good stopping point here? We got all this Matt Gaetz shit to get to. What else we got? A lot of Matt Gaetzy. Ugh, RFK Jr. Haven't even got to that one yet. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play this video. Here's one of the things with her and in her position. So you see her go against the mainstream narrative, and that's what we like. We hate the mainstream narrative. Our whole entire position is like anti-mainstream narrative. So we're constantly fighting each other. And there are certain topics that no one wants to touch. For example, she's going to talk about biolabs in Ukraine. We know there's biolabs in Ukraine. Yeah, Tulsi thick. We know there's biolabs in Ukraine. We caught them real time back in the day when the war first started, deleting it off their government websites. Like, oh, look at that. They're deleting them right now. We caught them doing that. You can still go back on the Wayback Machine and find all those lists of biolabs, but you weren't allowed to talk about that. That's like conspiracy theorist extreme. You can't talk about biolabs there's no biolabs anywhere. And what's dope about her is same thing with the Russia thing. Like, she's going to come out and be like, no, Russia are like, Ukraine are not the good guys here. Russia's totally justified in their actions. And it's one of those things where even Trump won't say something like that, right? Obviously, he's trying to broker peace and be like, well, I'm not going to say who's right and who's wrong. I just want there to be peace. Tulsi doesn't give a fuck. She's one of the few who's like, no, I will go out in these arenas and I will say the conspiracy theory. She's a little bit like Marjorie Taylor Greene in that sense. And I like that. I appreciate that because it's true. And I want whoever's in charge, whoever's in these positions of power, I want them to speak truth.
Here are the undeniable facts. There are 25 to 30 U.S.-funded biolabs in Ukraine. According to the U.S. government, these biolabs are conducting research on dangerous pathogens. Ukraine is in an active war zone with widespread bombing, artillery, and shelling, and these facilities, even in the best of circumstances, could easily be compromised and release these deadly pathogens. Now, like COVID, these pathogens know no borders. If they are inadvertently or purposely breached or compromised, they will quickly spread all throughout Europe, the United States, and the rest of the world, causing untold suffering and death. So in order to protect the American people, the people of Europe, the people around the world, these labs need to be shut down immediately, and the pathogens that they hold need to be destroyed. Instead of trying to cover this up, the Biden-Harris administration needs to work with Russia, Ukraine, NATO, the UN to immediately implement a ceasefire for all military action in the vicinity of these labs until they're secured and these pathogens are destroyed. Now, in addition to all this, the U.S. funds around 300 biolabs around the world who are engaging in dangerous research, including gain of function, similar to the lab in Wuhan, where COVID-19 may have originated from. Now, after realizing how dangerous and vulnerable these labs are, they should have all been shut down 2 years ago, but they haven't. Now, this is not a partisan political issue. The administration and Congress need to act now for the health and well-being of every American and every person on this planet.
I think the plan was originally that they were going to launch the virus out using the Ukraine war. They were going to try to do more biowarfare. I'll play it, Ivan. They're going to try to use more biowarfare, but I think Russia, from what I saw, Russia hit those biolabs hard and went and gathered a lot of information there. Sorry, I'm looking at this real quick. Let's do biolabs. Let's pop it right there. All right, what do we got here? This is from Ivan. I have no idea what this is. This could be crazy.
Elon with the space hair. Trump's got the flair. Rocket Jack with a Big Mac high up in the air. DJ spinning like a compass. RFK Jr. Wow, raising up the rumpus. Plane shaking, turbulence ain't acting right. Fries in the air, burgers in mid-flight. Trump screaming fake news, pushing up the sleeves. Elon call me something saying just breathe. McDonald's rappers flying ketchup in the sky. Air Force One chaos, who's gonna deny? Dancers popping out from behind the seats. Everyone's strapped in, it's a mid-air feat. DJ beats.
Fucking AI is wild, dude. AI is so fucking crazy. What was that about? All right, let me release this Kraken. I never released the Kraken. If you're watching the show, you guys always give me a hard time. Like, fucking release the Kraken. I was like, fucking, that shit's so crazy. Over here, I gotta go pull this other shit up. Okay, where is it? Gold pills. Release the scratch offs. There it is. I gotta do it like 3 times because it never works right away. There you go. Get your scratch offs in, boys. Get your scratch offs in. They're called scratchins. Yeah, I know. Release the scratchins. Isn't that what I said? I swear that's what I said. I'm pretty sure I said that. All right. We'll talk a little bit about some more of the picks tomorrow. I really like the Matt Gaetz one. They're trying to put a lot of shade on him. What else we got? RFK Jr.'s got some cool stuff. We'll talk a little bit probably about COVID and some other shit that I got piled up. So that's what I got. Release the Krakens. Well, that's where it comes from. Scratching and the Kraken. That's what they call it. That's why they said release the scratching, because the phrase is release the Krakens. Bitch, I know what I'm saying. I mean, I not all the time, but I knew what I was saying there. All right. I'm out of here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will have another show for you lined up tomorrow. This crazy ass show that I do. And it should be fun. They got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I just got to try to figure out how to make it go in some sort of cohesive order. But yeah, that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow for another show. Remember, you are in an information war, but they cannot stop the signal. Red Dawn Radio out.
be buried in this field. I've seen enough blood. But if you want more, I can't stop you. I can only warn you that it will be your blood, not ours.
You murder the unborn and call it health. You burn cities and call it justice. You stomp our flag and call it pride. You slander us in your schools and call it learning. You lie and call it truth. You call cruelty courage. You pretend intimidation is inspiration. You love hate. You kill, but are afraid to die. You have cowed our politicians, but we are not our politicians. The police are diminished, but we are not the police. You corrupt the courts, but we are not the courts. We do not want violence. We do not want war. For we know war, and we have seen real violence. You have been spoiled and coddled by those like you. But we are not like you. And we have had enough of you. We will teach you justice, and you are not going to like it. Dear Deep State Dems, Antifa, BLM, rhinos, and assorted traitors and enemies, foreign and domestic. Your masks won't silence us. Your shutdowns won't stop us. Your riots don't scare us. You're not as disciplined as the British. You're not as organized as the Nazis. You're not as fierce as the Imperial Japanese. You're not as brutal as ISIS. And we beat them all. You're next.